Fuck me. Now I have sound 6 fucking minutes. Jesus fucking Christ. Fuck me. Okay. Oh fucking K. Fuck me. Because I just assumed I had sound. I should have known when my damn thing wasn't moving, but I'm like ranting and raving. Fuck me. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. Well, now I have sound. So let me just start all the way back over. We're even 4 minutes in the fucking podcast that didn't even Perion calling me a boomer this kind of comment. So that's just the type of show this is. Vigilante Wednesday here on the first episode of VW Casual. And it starts off with a bang. A loud thud. Jesus. And yeah, I'm who knows how to relive past the microphone. So yeah, I went a few minutes. So like, okay, I don't, you know why that fucking happened? My fucking PS4 controller counts as a fucking mic. And for God knows what reason, StreamYard, I'm sorry, had that as the mic instead of this. And fuck me. Well, yeah, I'm not going to blame it on the dog. I'm not going to blame it on Gary, even though I'll blame the delays on Gary. I'll blame him for that because I kept delaying because I don't want to compete with him, and now I'm compete with him and Drunk 3 Prio. But that I'll blame on him. But this, no, that's all me. All me. You know what I will blame it on? To reference Jamie Foxx, I'll blame it on the alcohol. Yeah, I know I'm muted. I wasn't really muted. My damn, it just selected the wrong mic for some ungodly reason. There's not even a mic or headphones connected to that controller. Fucking technical issues. Okay, well, this is Vigilante Williamson Casual. And oh, fuck. Ogre Squasher, despite now, I don't feel like I deserve this. For good reason. I couldn't even talk. I couldn't even have sound. The great Ogre Squasher donating and benefacting this channel. And Perion, my guess is probably, but as far as this goes, Ogre Squasher, holy crap. Like you're as much as I love you, you're almost like a Disney investor paying for subpar content. Only it's not wokeness, at least. It's not because it's wokeness, just pure incompetence. Thank God. Thank you, bro. And I'm so befuddled and like undeserved. Like, oh, great. I fucking, I'm embarrassed. I'm not gonna lie. I'm embarrassed because started the stream, 4 minutes of ranting, and I need it actually included you and the rest of the channel. Because you primarily because of your insane and beloved chats, $101 and 1 cent. Absolutely nothing left as a comment. Thank you, the mysterious benefactor Ogre Squasher, who benefacts this channel and funds this operation. I talked about some of the things that you guys have funded, and including you. So I'm working on getting a mask. I am going to get a PO box this weekend, and I'm going to work on starting a company. And I talked about, I've discussed this like, okay, this something thing that I've been studying for. Basically, it was an in-industry certification, basically, and it has a lower pass rate than a bar, which I don't know. Hopefully, just saying that because that's kind of a common adage. To hopefully that doesn't tip it off. But in any event, I'm hoping it leads to more money, and maybe the potential of taking a chance of doing this full time, amongst other things. And maybe funding a side business because I want freedom from the corporate world. That's my goal. I want free, and that's if even if it doesn't include this. Hey, this thing has been therapy, and the fact that you guys were able to fund something that the certification that I was able to get, and thank you guys for that. I appreciate that because I would not have gotten it if not for you guys. Shout out to the D Live. If anyone was on D Live, they're probably like, "What the fuck am I watching this fucking clown?" But you guys, through your support, Ogre Squasher primarily, he's the benefactor of this channel. I just saw George Moholo, who does that for Gary. He has those incredible super chats, as Ogie does. And we appreciate it. And because of that, I'm, hopefully able to, actually be financially independent. And my goal is to get out of the corporate world. I've been trying to get out of the corporate world for like 10 years. I have this like shitty, just pays just enough, just good enough ass job. And I'm hoping to, do that. And I'm not, I guess I am begging, but not intentionally. Because you guys don't owe me a thing. No one has to give me even 1 cent, let alone $100 and a penny. That's incredible. That's incredible. I got certified the same, says Anthopan. Anthopan's been here since like 20-ish subs. A day one guy, man. I love you, bro. Where does George get the money to drop Model G's on Gary each week? Maybe he's trapping. I don't know. I know I'm from Detroit, so that's by default. He must be trapping. There's no other way to get that money. Clearly, he's a trap star. But no, thank you guys, man, because you guys have dropped a lot of money on me. It's not just Ogre Squasher. All of you guys have been simping for me, and I appreciate it. I appreciate simping. And should I address this, Anthopan, or is that wrong? Because I have man, I'm not watching nobody's stuff. Whatever they are, it's good for them, man. Good for them. Or if they're not, whatever, man. They're all those. Who cares? Good for them. Oh, don't say that. Don't say that. I don't want that. Gary's a good dude. Yeah, I did see he's a published. Yeah, I did see he's a published author. I'm trying to become a Bitcoin billionaire myself. Crypto took a little bit of a hit. It's okay. It's okay. I'm still up. So that's all that matters. You don't lose until you sell. And I'm hodling, which I don't know. I don't know if I should be trading more or just whatever. That's neither here nor there. I want to explain the format of this new show. So I canceled the Brave and the Bold. Not canceled. That's such a harsh word. Put on a hiatus. I will bring it back. But the thing with Brave and the Bold is I have to do this every Saturday, which means as things open up, can't go out. And I went to a basketball game like a week or so ago, and I'm starting to try to get out. I need to lose weight. I have to get in shape. I need time for that, which I'm doing a bad job with that. And on top of that, I wanted to get to the home stretch of the certification test I was talking about earlier, and I was able to do that. So that was awesome. And I also want that time to make more music and put more time into music. I want to replace the time I spent for that with music. And so that I need that time. But I still want to chat with other people. I want to chat with hopefully 2-4 will be on a little later. I got to toss him the link. And I still also like solo streaming too. So I'm going to try to. Ideally, I would have a segment of me rambling about like things that I want to talk about, maybe stuff that it doesn't necessarily fit in the canon, so to speak, of the VW show, the Vigilante Williamson show. I'm going to talk, a little bit about my Mother's Day and just my thoughts on the Black Superman situation, just whatever else, and then hopefully bring in a few other people if anyone's free. So yeah, it'll be fun, and hopefully I want this to be more of a pop-up show that can kind of happen at any time. So it's just casual, a little bit more relaxed. I'm not gonna, I'll probably still end with a positive story. I like keeping that positivity. But no, I do not. Anthopan. I'm borderline Maytag at this point. My new woman is trying to be financially independent, trying to get my freedom. I'm fighting for my freedom out of the corporate world, man. So that's my new thing. I want to, and hope maybe I'll get to Texas. I actually applied to, not Texas, ironically enough. Gary on his Nooner was talking about Tesla. I actually applied to Tesla. Just applied Tesla, but it's in California. It'll pay well, so we'll see. I don't know what the hell that happened. That was accidental. I was just trying to cue that up, not that up, but just have the videos just to play clips. But no, do not have a woman, and yeah, he does have a book on Amazon, George Mahalo, and apparently went through a crazy situation as a child, which is unfortunate. It looks like there's like 11 and 12 people. 11 people in YouTube, maybe one person in Twitch. It always shows that one person. I can never tell if it's real or not. But in any event, I appreciate it. No woman can replace Brie Larson. All I heard. Still not a big Brie Larson hater, man. She was kind of cute. She was cute in Scott Pilgrim like a decade ago. She's giving me mom vibes now, like Karen mom vibes. Like I would still like what I would do is not recommended. This is not the recommended dosage. Like I would do things that no man should. I'm almost like Deuce Bigelow. Yeah, exactly. Anthroparian, I would. Yeah, so I would hit Brie. I'm sorry. That's why society is falling. That's exactly why society is falling. Whammon, why whammon? Because I'd hit it. I'd hit it. Is why society's in that way. Kevin Feige, I'd hit it. Then we get fucking Captain Marvel movie, even though the Marvels is coming out. So they've downgraded her. They've downgraded her, it looks like. We'll see. We'll see. You know what we got with Disney? We got admissions of some things. We got an admission that Captain Marvel really didn't make $1 billion. It didn't happen. they put up $1 billion in the box office because Disney has the money to do that. But they didn't generate $1 billion of revenue and profit. Well, obviously that wouldn't be all profit yet to just revenue. They didn't generate $1 billion in box office sales organically or based upon their merit. Or else, why would you downgrade the star? Granted, if you want to play an angel's advocate, you can say, yeah, they're doing it for Black Panther. And even if Chadwick was alive, they were aiming that direction. Because I think they were. They were talking about Shuri being Black Panther 2 or the Black Panther at some point. Really from the inception, even before Black Panther came out. Which actually, if you remember, if the old heads remember, when Black Panther was supposed to be in the phase 1 of MCU with Ant-Man. Back in the 2000s, that was talked about. But I think Shuri would have probably been the Black Panther going forward regardless. It's probably happening sooner because of the tragedy with Chadwick Boseman. But I genuinely believe that that's what will happen. So, Wake Down says, cannot lie. Enjoy Skull Island was before she went full woke. Did she really go full woke, or did she just say something stupid? I was thinking about that earlier. If someone says something stupid all the time, shit. You guys listen to this channel. I say stupid shit all the time. Yeah, she was in the comics, didn't last long, but that doesn't matter. Riri Williams was in the comics. She didn't last that long, but she's still gonna get her fucking show. So that doesn't matter. But I was thinking about how, people say stupid stuff, people say woke stuff. Like a lot of that we do have to realize, yeah, I'm sure a lot of them feel politically that way, but a lot of that is coerced. Everybody has a platform. That's the talking points. A few weeks ago when we did the LeVar Burton topic and I did a video on that, check that out on this channel. You guys do check out back videos. So you checked out my old Superman video, which I'll talk a little bit about Superman later. But Fireball pointed out that the consequence culture phrase is something that's a talking point. So they all say that same talking point. But we got to remember, as we're starting to see with Gina getting the Emmy, that's another thing we got confirmed. I think those rumors about Doomcock, that Doomcock said about Gina potentially being back have some merit. But we see with Gina getting the Emmy and certain things that aren't woke or anti-woke, there's some people who maybe went along with the program who don't necessarily go along with the whole program. And sometimes they just get along they say what they have to say to get along. And I'm not saying we should just give them a pass for that. But I just think for our own sanity's sake, there could be, I don't know if overreaction is the right word, but there can be a lot of just like, oh my God, could you believe this was said or that was said? You know what I mean? It's like, a woke person says something, or a Hollywood actor says something woke because they have to. It's not the end of the world. Did they say they were recasting Black Panther? I didn't see that. I know they were doing Wakanda Forever. I thought they weren't recasting them. I think they should. Either that or do like Michael B. Jordan. But back to the Brie Larson. What I meant, I don't think Disney is trying to get her back as a whole, but I think there are people in Disney that want her back. What I was going to say with the Doomcock thing. So with rumors, a lot of times there's like either a measure of truth in them or like a source is just telling you what he's heard or what they're talking about. So I definitely think there was some contact in trying to. There's been some talk about this between either Gina or her people and Disney. Doesn't mean it went well. Doesn't mean they're going to do it. Does it, or some internal discussion at bare minimum? Because I don't see why this 4-year consideration was done. He said, "Yes, 4-year consideration is done." I don't understand why. I don't mean, did they do one for Carl Weathers? Did they do one for what's my man, Tamara Morrison, who did Boba Fett, who was a big part of last half of the season? Did they do anything for? I mean, I guess Timothy Olyphant was only in one show. But you know what I mean? There were other supporting characters that could have. I don't know that they did or didn't. Maybe it did and I missed it. You know, I'm not an expert. But I know they didn't do it for the Fanic, if I'm saying her name right. But the girl that Mandalorian killed in the first season, and Boba Fett kind of appeared. And again, she appeared in the first season too, just like Gina. Not as much screen time, but in this season, she got quite a bit of screen time. So, like, somebody at Disney liked her enough to do that. Yeah, but there's also people, you know, with that Bear Grylls situation with that show, which I know a lot of people are watching right now. That's why the Drunk is streaming a watch party on it. But I don't know the contractual, because there was a contractual thing, I believe, that got it done. But even that, if people wanted to flex their muscle enough to get that contractually shown on Disney Plus, because a lot of times, listen, contract's my track when it comes to Disney. You know, a lot of people don't flex their muscle to do that. Bear Grylls or his people or whoever, the producers, did enough to do that. So just the fact that you have people doing that, not everybody, and I'm sure you ask some of those producers, oh yeah, woke something. But not everybody is just all along. I don't know about Bear Grylls, but not everybody's all along the watchtower, so to speak. Hell brightest day. Hell brightest day. Never mind just looking at, oh, it's a fan request. Okay. MCU fans are petitioning. Okay. We'll see. I don't think they'll do it. I think Sherry was the plan all along, even if he was alive. Because, I mean, he was cucked in his own movie in the first place. Agree, there's more nuance to these situations when we get in the soundbite and headline. Yeah, definitely. And people, listen, people are trying to pay their bills too. You know what I mean? It's really weird. I look at the poster that was released. All the names are on there. Okay. Finnick Shannon. Okay. Ming Ne Wan. Says guys in there. Hail, guys in there. I didn't say hi to you people as you come in. Hails Finn, the naked Nordic ninja. And if I didn't say hi to Newbound Turk, which I think I did, hell Newbound Turk. Hell Newbound Turk. And of course, Snorter Poopus and the Wait Down I was talking to before the stream even started in the chat. Looked it up. Mark Hamill's on the list as guest actor. So the only guest actor they picked was Mark Hamill, which he was only there for a minute, and it looked bad. I mean, that's a fan service. You know what I mean? These are fan servicey things to even use these as your 4-year consideration. Bill Burr would be the guy I pick if the goal was to win the Emmy based upon the performances you had. There was no performance in the entire series of The Mandalorian that equaled what Bill Burr did in his episode this season. And I don't even think that's a debatable statement. Like, if you can, I mean, I'm willing to listen, but if you're trying to actually win the Emmy, you would go with Bill Burr. This isn't for winning the Emmy. This is fan service to have Mark Hamill and Gina as their 4-year consideration. So who did it? Somebody has to be somewhat on our side. So this is where I see why Doomcock's optimistic. I don't necessarily think everything will come to pass, but these are signs that he's not just pulling this shit out. Not that anyone thought that, but it's just like it's coming from a source. Somebody believes this stuff at Disney. Somebody is pissed that maybe it is Favreau, maybe it's Favreau and other people, maybe it's a lot of other people, but there are people in Disney who are trying to virtue signaling through the fans, and we know there's the story group, there's the people at Marvel making that woke ass Captain Native America and getting rid of what was his name, American Eagle, which that was the guy we were talking about last week with Fimmer. And there are, you know, people are trying to do that as well because these companies are fucking big. So I think there's something to it. Whole list of actors for that Emmy. Okay. Nice, but I'm not reading it too much. Even from the minute. Oh, he's one of the names. Okay. He was a guest actor in The Force Awakens. So there's a ton of names. Okay. Bill Burr did some acting and maybe a sand dragon thing more than this at all. I don't necessarily disagree, but again, like this is not the Mandalorian ain't Shakespeare, so to speak. Sand Dragon looked sad. It had to be there. Mandalorian was never Shakespeare. I never watched it for its acting prowess. Even though Gina, who I think is a limited actress, like I said, I thought she was a subpar actor. Then I saw Mortal Kombat. I'm like, holy shit, she's fucking a Oscar winner compared to these motherfuckers. Okay, so they do have other for supporting. Giancarlo Tamora for supporting. Okay, but Finnick is not for supporting. Why didn't they? If they're gonna put Tamira Morrison, why wouldn't they put Finnick? That's pretty bizarre. That's pretty bizarre. Disney is learning from lessons from yogurt and Spaceball merchandising. That's where the real money is made. Then the Sand Dragon probably hates sand too. Maybe no one wants sand in your toes. But yeah, like why? I don't understand why that happens. When you don't have to, I think it happened because somebody who cares wanted it to, and even submitting, like I said, Bill. I get you said one of the names. I don't know. I don't know. Because he was there for like 5 seconds. But then again, I don't know. I don't care about the Emmys. Who cares about the Emmys? No one cares about the Golden Globes. They didn't even have them. They're not gonna have them. Hopefully Hollywood dies, but unfortunately they're subsidized by our tax dollars. That we don't get a choice in the paying. We just have to. That's just how it goes. That's how it goes. And hell, Stream Elements boss for spamming. Oh, and I do have a Teespring. I got the logo. So please, if you want that. So yeah. And check out the Odyssey. The hard-hitting questions I asked. Is Snorri Fuga's Q Bird related to Bill Burr? They separated by gender, so 2 supporting actor. Not sure on Burr, maybe because the other 2 are more important. Not sure. So yeah, but he at least guest star. He should be on the list for guest star. I didn't check the list myself. I'm not gonna lie. Straining myself in front, filling the chat with anti-Disney rhetoric. I'm usually open to reasonable discussion, except in regards to Lucasfilm and Disney. No, be as anti-Disney as you like. Feel free. This is not a pro-Disney channel. Snorri Poopa says no relation to Bill Burr, Aaron Burr, or Raymond Burr. No Burr. No Burr for our Burr, our polar Burr. Polar Burr there. Let me check. Alrighty. Looks like no love on the D Live. We still love you, D Live. So he is on the guest star list. Okay. So the only odd one out will be Finnick, because I don't see. I don't see that. I think I'm not saying read too much into Gina being on this list. I think part of it is they just still want the Emmy. Foulball seems to think, or he at least, if you check out his show MF for Mondays, he does it now like around 2 Eastern on Mondays. But his theory was potentially this is, something like, I guess it's similar to mine. Someone from within virtue signaling to us, so to speak. And I think certain along those lines, I just think this is a house divided. I always kind of underplayed the Civil War element because I'm like, this is just kind of one-sided thing. I don't see anything going for us, you know what I mean, so to speak, even though, that's a whole can of worms, the whole us thing. Because I don't consider this part of the collective. I know we don't all agree politically, but it's neither here nor there. I didn't really see any signs that there was anyone on the inside who cared. Outside, I mean, I never considered the freaking Luke moment that either, because I always thought that was just them trying to trick us into carrying the hell. Even this may be to some extent. Because make no mistake, you're going to get stuff that's passable, at least. Not everything is going to be trounced in wokeness. My guess is Disney and Warner and Sony and every other entertainment and media company, they're going to give you mostly woke stuff, but they're going to give you some stuff because they need to fund the woke garbage. Yes, they're willing to take hits, but they've taken so many colossal hits, and normies are picking up on it. Actually, it's in the title. On Mother's Day, I had to try to explain the gender thing to my mom, me and my sister. That was a chore. That was complete. Who's on first? Complete. Because she couldn't get past the concept of cisgender. She said, wait. There's man, and this is my mom. This is a quote from Jelani Williamson. She said, wait, there's male and female. So why is there cisgender? Like, no, that's normal. No. Why is there cis? And it was who's on first. So I still don't think she understands it. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't fucking understand it. I don't know why there's. We talking about Zer and shit. My sister had to fill out something and it gave like, what do you guys identify on? And had the list. And it just have like male, female, or non-binary. It was like male, female. And mom's like, whoa. This is like, whoa. This is her first exposure to this world. This is her, like, what is this? So, and I'm like, what do I say? And once she couldn't get past the cis thing, I tried to explain, okay, to them, there's cisgender and then there's transgendered. And I don't even know if this is the correct explanation. I'm not saying this is a bigot. I say this from pure confusion. But how I thought it is or think it to be and how I explained it to be, like that's their classification. I don't think she still got it. We enjoyed the Mother's Day. It was me, my mom, and my sister. It was awesome. My brother called. He's in Texas, which hopefully I'll be. We'll see. Holy smokes. I talked about you guys funding, improvements at the channel, mask, hopefully the business started. And you guys already funded me getting a certification. And Gomer Kyle shows up with $10 to tip. And what he said is, hell, VW met Brutus the Barber Beefcake and got his autograph. Holy shit. My buddy got Bushwalker Luke, Kevin Nash, and Brutus. Do you have the email I can send it to? Much love for just a 10. But man, a 10 is a lot, man. Even a dollar, 50 cents, man. I don't know if you can do 50 cents. I think you need to be a dollar at least. But Vigilante Williamson at Proton Mail. That's the mail I'm kind of using. The Proton Mail. Vigilante Williamson at Proton Mail. That's the best way to email me anything. Thank you, Gomer Kyle, for that 10. And congrats, man. So I talked about the personal certification thing. I'm thinking about getting a championship belt to kind of commemorate. Like, yeah, I was thinking about getting the white strap, winged eagle, the Ultimate Warrior wore. He had a white one and a yellow. Obviously, he had the black one. No, white and yellow. I think he had a powder blue one too. Maybe even a punch one, a punch color. But I know white and yellow for sure, and I'm 90% sure on that powder blue. Anyways, I want to get the white strap. But I'm looking on eBay, and they have like these Pakistani belts. They look, I saw YouTube views said they're passable, so I may grab one of those for cheaper. So that's the wrestling thing for that. But man, those are some legends. I know Brutus has kind of got a lot of crap for just kind of being, Hulk Hogan's best friend. Bushwhacker Luke, the Bushwhackers, and big Kevin fucking Nash, Detroit's own Kevin Nash. Always gonna have love for the hometown. Kevin Nash, listen, they try to put dirt on the homie Kevin Nash's name. The Wolfpack in '98 were the shit. Don't let anybody tell you different. Don't let anybody lie to you about Kevin Nash. Even Diesel in the mid '90s was the shit. Powerbombing Sean through tables and shit. He was the shit. And don't let nobody tell you that Diesel or Kevin Nash wasn't the shit just because he didn't do a bunch of flips. Yeah, the belts on, so they have like I said, these Pakistan belts, but like they look pretty good, man. I've seen people unbox them. They're not perfect, but they're way cheaper than paying like $400 or $500. You know what I mean? I'm not paying. They're about $200, $150 to $200. So I'm thinking maybe that's not a goal for you guys. I'll do it. I gotta do that out of my own pocket. Yeah, so don't give me belt money because they're dope. But yeah, they are pretty pricey. Maybe when I get 1 trillion subs, I'll get like the high quality real stuff. Pick Brutus because my mom liked him. And Nash, yeah, he sure did go to Tennessee. He did go to Tennessee for a year. And do you believe like I say, he's from Detroit. The top 2 of Michigan, the top 2 rated players when he graduated high school were Magic Johnson and him in Michigan, the state of Michigan. He was the second best player in the state of Michigan. And who knows? Maybe Kevin Nash, if he doesn't shred his knee, I think he got into a bunch of fights as a Tennessee volunteer because he just had that crazy white boy from Detroit energy, which they do exist, man. You love him. I love my city. But yeah, he had that energy and he wasn't going to back down. So he got into it with the coach, if I remember correctly. And then after he started actually getting into being able to play, I think he hurt himself. And that's back in those days where, you tore your ankle. There's your career because we don't have the medical technology to fix the damn thing. So he went into wrestling eventually. So you do wonder, like, man, what would have happened if he didn't shred his knee if the technology was better? Maybe he's one of the better centers of all time. Who knows? Who knows? And it's also back in the days where a lot of wrestlers were actual athletes of some kind, at least at the collegiate level, where they're not as much now. There's still not obviously exceptions, but I think that has a lot to do with why wrestling is in the state is in. But back to what I was talking about with the gender thing in my mind, and just Mother's Day in general, just because I enjoyed it. It was pretty cool. Always pretty cool. But yeah, a lot of people, to kind of pick back off the gender thing, we got to remember a lot of people are just finding out any of this shit is happening. That to like the world at large, none of this is a part of the narrative. Like none of this is. So we get so used to it. We get in our echo chamber, we get in our situations, and we start to think, oh, just they're everywhere. But I gave another example in my personal life. A guy I used to work with, man, if I would have told him I voted for the Orange Man, he'd have lost his mind. I don't fucking like the Orange Man. I think he's a fucking controlled opposition at best. I think one thing, we were talking in the chat, a MASH channel, he did expose the media for what they are. But man, he set up a lot of things. And he was a guy who played golf with old Billy Boy. And then a couple years later, oh, Hillary, or whatever. I've seen some pictures where Hillary looked at him like, I mean, wife swapping is a thing there. I'm just saying. And in that high level, in that higher echelon, wife swap is a thing. So like I've always had my suspicions because I'll let you know I'm a conspiracy theorist. I lost somebody with that one. I'm sorry, but I've always been a conspiracy theorist. I've never bought the idea that somehow the international bankers who've ruled this country since its inception, who've controlled and moved and been able to manipulate things for hundreds of years, all of a sudden, one election, some complete outsider got in and just riled the system. I think when you look back at it, when you see the precedent of how things are now covered, good and bad, the theory, I would say, at least give it some thoughts as people leave. They're like, no, fuck you. We can't take you on that. You're going too far from me, bitch. It's okay. I still love you. So we got Latin is not as elegant as precise as Old High Urzine, but it's a nice language. I don't know what Old High Urzine is. That's sensible. LOL. The black churches my friends go to will argue with that Biden wasn't for gays until the new Surgeon General. Argue with you that. I mean, I don't know. Listen, I'm not a Biden fan. That had a lot to do with my voting for Orange Man. Fucking hate Biden. I hate being infantilized. You know what? I'll use that as a segue to actual racism, because that was kind of where I was going. We're very quick to be in our own echo chambers, and then you get into this place where, like, and I've even done it sometimes, where you say, man, things aren't as bad as they were in the 60s when they weren't. They're not. But you tend to underplay racial division, and I realized I might be doing something that I would criticize somebody of, where I'm being inauthentic by just kind of downplaying racism, believe it or not, because I talked about my work situation. I would be lying to you if I didn't see ghosts when it comes to job searches and being a brother. I'm like, because I'm a person of color, because everyone has melanin. And even if 99%, most of the world is not Caucasian. So why would we classify everyone based upon that race? It's everything is for divisions purposes, man. We got to remember that. There's definitely an anti-white male situation. There's definitely an anti-black male situation. There's an anti-woman situation. We talk about, you can think, oh, the feminist. A lot of this is anti-woman, man. A lot of this is very anti-woman. So there, as much as you can see one group as this, like, oh, this group is so bad. Just I talked about how there are people who are really afraid of Trump supporters. I'm like, there's little old ladies waving flags. You're scared of them, but like, every group is meant to see another group as this scary demon. It's almost like Batman Begins, where they saw the little fear toxin, right? And you kind of have to get past that. You gotta have to say, okay, I'm being played into that situation, but that's still, I can't help but to like, man, I don't really want to go through a job search at this time. You know what I mean? But I have to, because that's what I'm. Oh, looks like the visuals at my TV were acting up. But I gotta go do a job search, and I'm probably gonna see shadows through the process, man. I always see shadows throughout the process. They're weird, man. You said who would wife swap with Bill Clinton? Talk about getting the shit end of a stick. A lot of times it ain't even wife swap. It's just like you, us, and like a bunch of freaks, and we just gonna get down. But yeah, Bill got it better to change, but that happens. You just take the L. It's about the 10. The 10-4 has getting a good reception, man. Man, if I can find a picture where it's an older picture of Bill, Hillary, and Trump, and she's looking at him like she's gave him the look, man. Oh, your or sign is a bear language or sign. Whoa. I didn't know bears had language. Indeed. Trump was put in place to act as the catalyst they need. Yeah. Yep. This is what my thoughts are. You put it in better words than I can. Check out the Wake Down. It's a great channel. He'll have more subs to be probably in a month or two, because he's really good. And he did an intro for the Culture Crime Fighters. Maybe I'll play it later. But yeah, I definitely think he was put in place to act as a catalyst. They needed to enact the changes we see now, similar to the false flag about 20 steps ago. Yeah. So think about this. Think about the behave less white thing. You know what I mean? Think about all the things that are now supremacy showing up at time. Personal achievement, individualism, hard work, math, reading. Do you think they could have palletized that even to the extent that they have before the Orange Man happened? Everything, capitalism as a concept, the country itself. There's been anti-American sentiment the entire time, right? There's flag burners in the 60s, whatever. But holy smokes, there are people who thrive off of this country, who hate it now and look down upon it. And a lot of that is because of the Orange Man and because of the way they're able to portray him. Back to Mother's Day yesterday, we were talking about Kanye and Kim, because my mom, I don't know if she knows, she's not a feminist, but she just always just takes the woman's side regardless. She was talking with, I don't know how we talk about Kanye and Kim. And she was just talking about fucking whatever the old bat who runs everything. I forgot that witch name. Chris, is it? Whatever the whore's name is. Whatever. And she was talking about Kanye crazy. Kanye called him supremacist, and he went for Trump. And I wasn't gonna tell her that, because one, I don't like Trump. It's not like I'm a supporter. I just voted. He was the lesser of two evils. And when Biden, made the crime bill saying all the racist shit, it's like I never really defended him for whether or not he's racist. I was like, you know what? It's a moot point at this point. I just want lower taxes in a less crazy society. But I was never pro this guy. And after the 6th. Man, this fucking campaign, I'm not to go on a tangent. I'll get back to some of the main topics. But it's his guy, this billionaire motherfucker run this campaign like he's a fucking indie wrestling company. On one regard, you know what I mean? Just like, oh, we don't have the budget for this. But at the same time, he was able to do all these fucking rallies. He did all those damn rallies back to back, you know what I mean? Flying all over the country, able to do these rallies, yet couldn't put up some barricades on the 6th. Something's up. So I'll get off of it. I know it's not everybody's thing. Your thoughts on Trump don't bug me. I like Trump, but it's not worth my stylish friendship. But you guys act like a brat. Hey, if you love him, I'm not knocking you, man. I'm not knocking you. If I'm doing anything, you don't have to agree with anything I say about the Orange Man. You can totally disagree with me. That's fine, bro. And like I said, I didn't vote for the motherfucker. But if I'm trying to do anything, man, I'm trying to at least guard you from putting your hope and your spirit into this brother. Because I see a lot of like, oh, well, he'll run in 2024 and he'll just save us. It's like, nah, man. If you want, I'd rather, if you like him, one thing you can do, take some of that spirit and be active in your own political community. That's what you could do. You don't have to agree with me at all. And it's not like, again, I thought he was clearly the better candidate between the two. Get some examples, limited to 200 words. Okay. Yeah. William. William, really is nothing. Except half your cash. All right. Little Smiths. Company still post job sites whenever they hire anyone. Me and quote, man, God, I hate dealing with this job shit, man. I hate looking for jobs. Hate it. Learn to appreciate him. We can be annoying. I learned to appreciate him, man. This ain't an Orange Man Bad channel either. It's just I am a conspiracy theorist, and I don't have a lot of trust for people. I trust any of you guys and gals to fight beside me in the battle. Culture war battles, my brother in arms. So yeah, I would say that too. Don't trust the government. Yeah, me neither. That's where it comes from, man. I trust the government to screw up everything as much as possible. Yep. Guys, there no coincidence. The gov want to take away guns, and old Orange Man help with the bump stock. I'm sorry. Daily reminder, all his crazy friends are right. Maybe. Always appreciate the shout outs. Bonus quote by Ronald Reagan. Yep, I've seen this a million times. 9 most terrifying words in the English language are I'm from the government and I'm here to help. I agree with that. Don't agree with Reagan and Iran-Contra affair, but I agree with that. Polar bears can have my steel. Okay, that's nice. Not mine. William and the Gates of Peace. Uh-oh. Ruh-roh. And don't worry about offending me and not SJW. Don't particularly care what anyone thinks until it begins to affect my own life. That's really where I'm at, too. Ron DeSantis is the Alpha Chad to go the GOP. I know he's talking about the GOP. Should get to run in 2024. We'll see. I do like Trump, but I'm all about the conspiracies. Brightest day. The ouch is up there now. Who knows? I could be completely wrong. And I don't know if anyone else has that theory. I mean, I'm not just being nice because you tipped me. I really respect your opinion, Gomer. And I'm not somebody who doesn't understand why people like you. Like I said, I think it's crazy that people who supported the man have been so demonized. I'm not okay with that. And I'm not attempting to do that. And I can get how you like Jesus. They've made you guys out to be demons where they shouldn't have. Or you're just people. You know what I mean? And the other side is not. I think they're a trillion times worse, but I'm not a Republican guy or a Trump Republican. I'm a libertarian leaning guy. If I voted for him, if I would go back, I would probably just would not vote, or just been more active locally, which I need to do. I'm talking shit. I need to be more active locally. So what else did I want to get into? Oh, you know what? Let me see. What else do I have? Talk a little about the racism. Just me seeing things at work, or not at one, at work, but in a job search, because that was a topic I wanted to talk about before bringing 2-4 in, if he's available. Because I was also going to talk about the Black Superman situation, but I guess Gomer sent me the Brutus beefcake picture. Did you want me to share that, Gomer? Say it's up there. Pick of me, Brutus. Okay, if you want me to share it, I can. If you don't, that's fine. It's up to you. I mean, I wasn't asking to. I just didn't know if that's what you wanted. But actual isms, we have to realize there's a lot of divisiveness, man. A lot of people are seeing ghosts. A lot of people are either seeing ghosts or seeing real things. It ain't all ghosts. The hat is offending me. 35% Cherokee. You know something? When it comes to race in this country, a lot of us have a lot of Native American in them. A lot of us have already been mixed up before, like 2 or 3 generations, man. Because you look at the guy. There's brothers that kind of look like that too. You know what I mean? So yeah, there's a lot of guys. You know what I mean? A lot of people, white and black, have Native American in them in this country. So, yeah. But I mean, if you're chilly offended, I can take off the hat, man. I love Gomer. I think you're joking, though. But yeah, icon is Brutus. Brutus was fun, man. Everybody remember the barbershop, not just because Marginetti got his head kicked in through him, but it was a fun segment. He was a fun guy. I miss those fun characters WWE used to have, WWF used to have. Back to the ism, then we'll talk about Black Superman And then probably just, maybe me and 24, if he's available, we'll go for a little bit on that and whatever else. But so like I do in my head, outside of this, outside of being Vigilante Williamson, worry about my race affecting my job search. I genuinely do. For multiple reasons. One, yes, they do exist. No, there's not a white supremacist on every corner, but they do exist. And I've dealt with it. One thing I've dealt with is that backhanded woke supremacy, man. Like I was semi triggered by that based article where the guy saying how I don't want politics, and I just talk about all this. The tech industry is so progressive, but I tried to get in the tech industry for years. Part of the reason I've waited so long to industry certification, this industry I've been trapped in for over a decade. I'm blessed to have a job. I'm blessed, especially in these day and times, man. Godly. But I wanted to move up and move into something else. I tried for a good portion of that to move into the tech industry, and I tried my damnedest. I went to all the meetups. I had a GitHub. I kept it up to date. I kept learning languages, kept doing projects, all that stuff. With different all sorts of stuff. Trying to rub elbows with people to potentially get in somewhere. I got some interviews. And went to some weird presentations, had fucking people just out. Oh, we do diversity hiring and all this. I don't know what the fuck they were saying. Oh, we're trying to help people, people of color. I'm like, oh, okay. Of course, the company never did anything. And then when you go to these companies and you look, you may be on a tour. Cause I went through a boot camp or whatever. You go on a tour, and yeah, you might see a black person who could order lunch. Literally, they allow them to order lunch. You know what I'm saying? They'll talk about how some woman just learned to code last week and she has a job, and then you give them your portfolio, show them your Google Play game, and they say, "Oh yeah, well, and just ignore you." You know what I'm saying? So like that triggered me, man. That really fucked me up. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of me want to be independent in the corporate world because I hate the idea of the idiots who are separating me from being homeless, especially when hyperinflation hits. But the idiots that separate me from being homeless by keeping me employed are people who are going to look down on me as you nice little poor little N-word hard ER. We'll keep you safe. We'll give you 40K to to order our lunch. You know what I'm saying? Like 40K cool. It's cool in some parts of the country. I'm not in one of those parts where it is. So like I don't really want to deal with that. I don't really want to deal with that in the job search, and I would be inauthentic to just. I feel like sometimes we go too hard by saying, okay, it's not the 60s. It's definitely not. People are definitely overdoing it, and I'm not co-signing a lot of BS. The by large mansions, is reparations for people to go inside this Foot Locker and try to put everything on StockX. No, it's not. It's not. It's ignorance, right? But you also got to remember when you go to the protest that there's some random people who are just protesting. Hell, there's a lot of fucking spectators. I showed that in one of my early videos in the Wisconsin protest. So a lot of motherfuckers just randomly around. The motherfucker dressed like a superhero with a stop sign and shit. I don't know what he was, Ghetto Iron Man. But like it's a lot of wacky shit going on in those protests. And peaceful protests and riots, whatever. A lot of wacky shit. It's not, you can't just paint a cascade thing. But I guess the whole point of this segment is don't go too hard in one direction, even if it's the direction you want to, even if you believe. I'm not saying change your beliefs, but just always kind of keep in mind there's truth to certain things, and not to excuse this Black Superman BS that we're going to get into. Actually, 2-4, I'm glad you showed up. Hell, man, I'm actually probably going to be sending you a link in a second. I just want to wrap up my little solo spiel before bringing you in, man. I appreciate it. And yes, buy your crypto. It just took a dip, which is not the worst thing in the world. When you're hodling, it means I can just get a little bit more of the discount. So I'm happy because it had a really, last week was incredible. So yeah, get your crypto, get your silver, get your gold, and get your guns. Get your water, get your supplies, batten down the hatches if you can. You got a clean ball freight, bro. I do not have a ball fade right now. I got the naps going on right now. Expensive. Oh, experience means expensive. They'd rather pay someone with less experience and pay less. Yep. Yep. And that's what I'm worried about. That maybe I got myself overqualified. So we'll see about that. We'll see. But there are, people see ghosts, people see real things. Just like you may see an anti-white male sentiment. You're not wrong to see that. Just know, just because you're seeing an anti-white male sentiment and you may see some BLM member or Ta-Nehisi Coates yelling at you, that doesn't mean some black person's not experiencing some racism of their own. It doesn't mean it's as overblown. Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. When it comes to these, overblown shootings, the things that really do trigger me on those lines are the where you see maybe a white brother who has a knife or who has a weapon and doesn't get any issues. Not that that always happens, because some of them get lit up too. Some of them get, and that's what I gotta do. You gotta keep things. You gotta not let yourself get emotionally triggered. One of the goals of this channel, and it kind of got lost in the whole entertainment, was to prevent a world war, prevent a not culture war, can't prevent that, prevent a civil war, and prevent a race war. Because yes, there are people invested in all three of those, namely our lamestream media and this tech giant, whose platform I'm using. They're all invested in that BS. All invested in that. Huh. Guess you got a clean shave. Looks like a fade. All good. Oh yeah. I need one. You know what I'm thinking of doing is trying to learn how to cut my own hair, which I kind of did once. But hey, I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate it. I actually loosened up in the past. Oh, still not great. Outrageous. Yeah, not $1. Well, at least it's just $1 around and not $5. Because $5 around will be here in a year, bro. With inflation and demand and potential, supply interruptions by old hello, what's his name? Come on, man. I say hello there. What the fuck am I talking about? It's a potential, man. That potential exists. So I would say load up. But that's all I want to say. Just make sure you have some nuance. Make sure you recognize that everybody who says something you disagree with doesn't hate you. Some of them do. Some of them are jackasses. But some of them are just people who are going through their own thing, got their own experiences. You know what I mean? So it's balanced, because they are trying to divide us, and they're very successful at it. They're very successful at dividing us, man. So real quick, let's see what we got going on here. Ooh, I guess Comics Division is starting. We're going to have to compete with him a little bit, because I want to talk to my man 2-4. I want to talk about Black Superman. And I wanted to talk about how shocked I am that anybody's even interested. I made a video a few weeks ago, a few months ago, I'm sorry. And a lot of you, because I tweeted it out, went and saw it. I was even commenting to wait down, thinking I was in the wrong video. But that's neither here nor there. I thought, and I still believe, Superman's dead. And we killed it well before there was a Black Superman or anything, because we had Watchmen. Apparently Miracle Man predates that, so never read that. But you have Watchmen, you have Miracle Man, apparently. Even Kingdom Come started to poke holes in him. And you had the death of Superman, which he actually died. He obviously didn't really die, but you know what I mean. He was gone. It was a big media event. It was a huge media event. And to me, from that point, he hasn't recovered his place in pop culture. If you're not old enough, you don't remember when Superman was the premier comic book character, the default, the New York Yankees, the Duke basketball, whatever you want to say, the Dallas Cowboys, so to speak, the America's superhero, the world superhero was Superman. And that is nowhere near the case anymore. Nowhere near. And I think the reason is we keep deconstructing him. It's one of the weird things. They have this Black Superman. They have to make Kal-El. Why can't they do... Listen, Homelander is Superman, right? He's evil Superman. Just like I think that Jupiter's Landing or whatever, I think that has a similar thing. Invincible has a similar thing. Injustice, which was a DC property, the game and the comic book have a similar thing. We just keep telling how bad evil Superman. Because clearly, if he had that much power, he would be evil. Brightburn, well, obviously, this is how Superman would really be in the real world. Because morality is like, morals. Nobody's moral anymore. That's passe. Fuck you. I don't think there's ever been a bigger need for a moral for Superman, right? And hell, with this Superman, they're apparently going to be a 20th century period piece. So, he's going to be in the 60s or the 20s or the 40s, and he's going to be oppressed by the white man. So why not just make a new character altogether? If you're going to change this much of the character, just call him something else. Don't make him Superman like they did with the boys. The boys is, what if the Justice League was evil? And they didn't go work for DC. It didn't make their own version, even though obviously Injustice and shit like that happened. But they created their own version of the Justice League. If you're going to make all these changes, Ta-Nehisi Coates, just do it. To paraphrase Rorschach, just create an entirely new fucking character. Why not? Why not? But that's what they do. Because they have to destroy our myths, right? But I'm surprised. I didn't think people cared. I know a lot of you guys love Henry Cavill. I do too. I genuinely don't think. I don't know. I'm mixed on how successful I think a Henry Cavill Superman could be. Because I don't think they were that successful so far. I mean, I probably like the Man of Steel movie a lot better than most people, but it wasn't Superman. He was deconstructed Superman. He was moody Superman. They were leading to it when they didn't get to it. Henry Cavill never played Superman. Superman is not this hard to get right. Don't take a shot every time I say Superman. You'll be dead. He's not this hard to get right, but they've made it that hard. And I'm gonna go ahead. Just sending you the link 24. Sorry for delaying so late. We'll probably go like a little bit because I want to hop on with comics. He just sent me a link for his show, but we'll still go a little bit. So if you're down, I'll grab my headphones and we can talk about this Black Superman. I want to get your thoughts on that. Wait now says I'll be back 5. Going to cry in the corner. You're a Superman fan? Let's see. That's the real kicker. To even communicate, we're forced to use the system they built to do it. They know everything about us, and we know nothing about that. That's another thing. I know Ace. I keep bringing up Matt's show because I was watching that. So all this show really has been is like, well, Matt's show was good. You should watch his show because it's better than mine. But Ace was in it. I really wish Ace. I sent him a comment because he was talking about, and he brought up an interesting point. It's kind of when I got into the race thing. He said, where are your principles? And I thought my principles, at least along race, I'm almost downplaying it more than I should when it is a thing. And I wanted to clarify. I don't want to be against principles, right? So his thing, we were talking, Matt was talking about the based, whatever the hell the email company is that said they don't want anyone political talk on their platform. And he said, well, it's a private company, and that's his whole argument. And my whole argument is no, Google's not a private company anymore because that veil's been pierced. They're an extension of the state at this point because they have so much power and they do things that are illegal. Like they are either a publisher or a platform, but they try to behave as both, and they're allowed to legally. They also have a lot of links. There's a reason coordinated things happen on multiple platforms all at once, and they're in line with a certain side of the aisle. By the way, if you're aligned with a certain side of the aisle, you're aligned with individuals as a part of government. Therefore, this is no longer a private company. So, because I was with that argument until what happened with what the hell is it? Parler happened. And when Amazon was allowed to break the law, when you start allowing companies to break the law, that private company thing, especially in the names of political stuff, this is now we're in a communist state. You know what I'm saying? Where you be deplatformed, and never forget they can take away your ability to bank. They can take away your ability to use credit cards, use to pay your bills. They can take your job. They can do all these things, and all of these companies are a part of that system now. So they're not private companies, they're state-ran companies or state-sponsored companies or the companies that employ the state at this damn point. But that's neither here nor there. You may have seen me fumbling around with my headphones. That is because none other than the man, the myth, the legend himself, your boy, 24/7 Fusion Media, has joined me. Hey, man, how you doing?
I'm good, man. How's it going?
It's going good, man. I appreciate you joining me, man. I know I'm sorry. Hey. A lot.
Nah. You good, man. I'm gonna tell you something, man, dude. whenever I hear, from you and your boys, man, dog, it's always a great thing, man. Dude, I love being here, man, with y'all, man. Shit, I appreciate it, man. Thank you, man. Shit, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Just trying to, I guess, just trying to maintain, trying to get everything done, trying to do something a little different. Try to do something a little different, but I appreciate you hopping on, man.
Oh man, shit. Like I say, I appreciate you, man. Shit, I've been dude, I did a video yesterday, man. If you'd have seen the thumbnail,
Uh-huh.
it's an actual comic book that they put out. DC, the whole Justice League is black, and the only white person is Cyborg.
What?
No. If you look up my channel and just look at the thumbnail, and this is a video I put out yesterday, man. You look at it, you and what it is it's a video talking about how these companies, man, they're so quick to race swap all your famous heroes that what it does is it sidetracks all the black original heroes that are out. They'll never see the light of day, just for the simple fact that they're focusing on race swapping or gender swapping the already known heroes. That it just fucking dude, like, I'm surprised that fucking Black Lightning even has there you go. That's it. Yeah. I'm surprised Black Lightning even has a show.
Yeah. That is
it's
a white cyborg.
Yeah, it's shit.
That part of it a minute too. But you know what? But
if you look at it, it's actually a real comic book.
That's crazy. When did they do this?
This is a Justice League #1 comic. It's a variant cover.
Oh, is this like a recent thing?
Yeah, this is something that they put out easily within the last 10 years.
Oh man, I never seen this.
Me neither, man. I looked up. What I did was I started looking up DC superheroes, black superheroes together, and I started Googling that to see if I can catch a picture of, let's say, like Black Lightning and all, the lesser known black heroes together in the picture. I come across this shit, and it's actual going for $3.99. So I know that a comic book that goes for $3.99 came out about 10, 15, about 5 or 10 years ago. This is a newer comic right here, and if you look at the corners, you can see where it says #1 in the price, and that looks like the Justice League from somewhere after the New 52.
Yeah, Cyborg.
Yeah, man, exactly. You just because he's there, but it's a variant cover, man.
That's crazy as fuck. Is it just the cover, or did they do the whole comic, or just make
it's a variant cover? But my whole thing is dude, it's already what they trying to do, and if you look at dog, that's Black Superman, and then all of a sudden, of course, that's probably Jon Stewart, and then Black Wonder Woman. I mean, come on, bro, and then all of a sudden they had the nerve to turn Cyborg white. I said, damn,
that's
boy.
Wow.
Look at that shit,
wow.
Man.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Real quick, let's see what the chat's saying, because the original Death Wish movie, talking about Charles Bronson?
Yeah, that motherfucker was awesome.
I feel like I did see it, but it's been a while. And New Bomb Turk is leaving. Hell, New Bomb Turk says he's gonna head out for a bit, need to hit the store. Might be back before you. You may be.
Hey,
meant to tag
New Bomb Turk.
Vigilante and myself. What you mean to tag me? Because I it's a mess. Me when going to the chat. And I know Gomer commented and say stocks at Google. Yeah, you can still buy stocks. I know they're expensive, but I think Robinhood allows you to buy fractional stocks. So if you're into making money off the evil empire, why not? You want me to play a part of this, or first off, let me toss the video in the chat. I don't want to take away views.
I mean, you can you can play a piece of it if you want. I mean, it's I talk for a minute, so I mean, you can kind of see where it's going. And
so we'll play a little bit, and you guys can check it out. Please give my man 24/7 a like, a share, everything.
Thank you,
please, man. He has a great channel. I know I get a lot of stuff from him. He's almost like like the video version of Bounty in the comics with as many articles and the many things he has. So yeah, video light, cool. Please support this video. I don't want to.
Yeah, thank you, man. Thank y'all, man.
Any views from it. Yeah, man. Let's see. Uh-oh. Can you guys hear it?
Yeah.
That's probably too loud. Let me turn it. Just a hair. Yeah, I boomed up the stream earlier. There was no. I was gone.
Hey, what's
like
up?
4 or
It's your
5 minutes
boy,
muted.
24/7 here with 24/7 Fusion Media. The last few weeks, we've been dealing with the news of J.J. Abrams and Ta-Nehisi Coates race swapping Clark Kent so that eventually we'll get a black Superman. There's been a lot of debate, a lot of back and forth. A lot of people don't like this move, especially when there's other ways to go about it. But I find it quite interesting when I saw this title. Black Superman's tokenization disregards many original black heroes. I was like, yeah, well, that's
I agree
true.
with that so much, man.
That's true.
I made
so
a video
wanted
about
to
that
see
way back when.
Karina Smith's take on this. So let's see what's up. Calvin Ellis. Longtime comic book fans love seeing their favorite superheroes make the jump to the big screen. True, that's actually the biggest dream a comic book fan can have, is to see their greatest hero come to life. The first way that was done from comic book heroes jumping off of the page is to see him go into animation, see him in cartoon mode. That was awesome because once you've seen him animated, you get to hear the voice, you get a feel for personality, you get to put more of your sensibilities, you get to wrap those around what your favorite hero would say, react, respond to certain situations, how they would communicate with their teammates. That always makes for your imagination to feed into more of who these characters are. And then from there, the next step is seeing them on the big screen. Seeing them in, living, breathing, eating, going out there and actually saving the day and actually putting a face to the costume and just seeing it all come to life. Yeah, that's the biggest dream for any comic book fan. However, not all fans are happy anytime the big screen iterations of their favorite superheroes are different from the comics, such as when a comic book's origin story is tweaked a bit. Yeah, like Jonah Hex. Oh my gosh. I tell you what, they casted the perfect Jonah Hex for the movie. And the bad part about it was he had to have some kind of supernatural deal with him. Instead of him just being a gunslinger and fucking killing his way to the top, they gave him some supernatural powers to where he can fucking see the dead. All kind of bullshit like that and talk to him and like fucking like a Ghost Rider or some shit. I don't know. It was just some weird shit. It was just whack as fuck. That was very disappointing.
Cool.
But nothing seems to cause outrage more than when the race.
Pause for a little bit. And maybe revisit it. I just kind of wanted to talk about how you're right that, we talk about race changes, but even dramatic changes like that, like with Jonah Hex, when you start changing people's powers, that fucks people up.
Exactly. It's funny. I'll give you an example. Anybody that's a fan of, like, let's say, shitty ass Miss Marvel, Kamala Khan, right? They're gonna fuck around in from what I'm hearing, they're gonna give her powers like she's Green Lantern. So it's like what? I made my little Marvels video, and I made my video while they're changing Captain Marvel 2 to the Marvels. And they're gonna give Kamala Khan Green Lantern powers, and I'm like, dude, so she don't have to. So even they don't even want to stay true to their own character to keep it with the fucking stretchy hands, with the big fat ass hands.
Yeah.
So what the fuck is that? What's her purpose if you're not even gonna keep your character original to itself, and you're the company that created her, and you're putting her out? That's Marvel doing that to their own shits.
Now that's wild because, like, they just created this fucking character. Dude. They just created this character, and I can't help but wonder if that game has a lot to do with that. Because she fucked that game up old Sana Amanat.
Yeah.
Her insert cousin of Human Aberdeen, DNC, aide to both Obama and Hillary Clinton, if you're wondering.
Man.
It's because so to keep the whole political thing going,
Right.
but golly, so you're telling me they create this character maybe 5, 6, 7 at the max years ago,
Yeah,
and they can't even stay true to it.
Man, dude, I'm telling you that shit. Motherfuckers were laughing when they tapped in. They heard that they're gonna give Miss Marvel Green Lantern like powers.
I gotta look that up, man. Just to talk about that, I'm flabbergasted. And real quick, I want to shout out my man Awake Down, a great channel in his own right. Not only did he like the video, he liked and commented on this video with both of his accounts, so y'all can get on his level. Please get on his level. He says make that 3. I'm just gonna refresh real quick to kind of see my man the Wake Down's comments up on the screen. So yeah, got the Wake Down. Oh, so I didn't know because I saw Rob Gardner in the chat. So the Wake Down is Rob Gardner. Your secret identity has been revealed, Wake Down.
Oh shit. That's what's up, man.
Oh yeah, and he has a good point actually looking at the comment. Yeah, they're gonna do Blade PG-13. Marvel's gonna die, man.
Yeah, man. That's yeah, man. They're pulling so much shit, man. Disney and Marvel and dog, they
Even
just fucking
DC.
hated on Star. Dog, they just pulled the stunt with Star Wars, man. I threw it out there in the chat. They came out like these people, man. Fucking came out with this EU book.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, they killed the EU. Dude, nothing has been made on the EU since Disney bought it.
Yeah. Yeah, they decanonized it too, and then I heard they got rid of a book off Amazon.
No, somebody was able to get with. So I don't know how the fuck they did it, man. They got with Amazon and had Amazon actually, they have their own printing press and whatever. They had Amazon printing out Star Wars books based on a story from the EU, bro. And this is some new shit. So motherfuckers bought that shit up, dude. I ordered a copy last Tuesday.
Uh-huh.
Disney found out, shut that shit down, bro. If you got a copy of that book, it's like a untold story from the EU and something that's not even supposed to be out. Like somebody, I don't know what the fuck I don't know how they did it, bro. They put this shit out, and I got a copy. It's still in my Amazon Prime bag. I ain't even opened that bitch up, man.
Yeah,
I haven't even opened that motherfucker up, dog. That shit's, dude. I bought that shit for $11.63. Dog, that bitch going for hundreds right now on eBay.
I know it. God damn! Don't tell me about the eBay shit. I was looking up like samplers and shit. Seeing old samples.
It's called Star Wars: Heart of the Jedi.
Yeah, because they told me I had shout out to Fat Steven. He sent me like the link to the PDF.
Dog, you should have got, man.
But it was it was all after everything happened. It was already, because I heard this story, and so I was like, man, I'm late on it. But
well, what happened was he talked about it on Tuesday. We do the comic show on Tuesday. On Loki channel. So he spoke about it. And he was like, dude, this shit's good, and it's not even Disney Star Wars. And I was like, how the fuck is this? He was like, man, he was like, man, you guys should get it, and let's do like everybody read it and let's talk about the shit.
Like a book review type thing.
Yeah, there you go. And I was like, yeah, you know what? And then everybody was like, yeah, it's $10 with tax, it's 11 something, and they do the free shipping. I didn't even pay for shipping, doc. I just paid I paid the $10 with the tax, and I got it sent straight to my house, man. So I sat there and I paid it, bro, and it's upstairs. It's still in the Amazon Prime bag. I haven't even opened the shit up to even look at the cover. Yeah, man, and just to know, and then I see Coach from Echo Base Network do a video today, and he's like, "Hey guys, that book that came out, Disney shut it down, blah blah blah. It's selling on Amazon for $350, and people got that bitch on bids, dude. I seen that shit at $425. Some people got that shit." Dude, it's if you ain't get this one, dog, it slipped through the cracks.
Yeah,
this motherfucker slipped through the cracks, man. And I was like, yo,
fuck Bitcoin. I should have been investing in this.
Yeah, they call that shit an NFT. This is an NFT.
This is a real life NFT. Yeah, that's exactly what this is. A real life NFT. Jesus Christ,
dog. The fact that And then, but see, last Tuesday when I ordered it and we were talking about, I told Fat Steve, I said, how many stories you think motherfuckers wrote for Star Wars that we would never hear, didn't know that came out, shit that's attached to the EU, but just because they shut it all down, a lot of people had to shelve these stories. And this one, I don't know how the fuck they did it, but it slipped through the cracks and it got pushed. And bro, I got me a copy, man, and that motherfucker looks. I'm talking about from the covers that I'm looking at from, like, I haven't looked at it physically, but yeah, that shit looks. Look at that.
That's such a cool cover.
That's cool, man. I like that shit, man. Yeah. And so it's out of print. It came in, it came right on out. I'm surprised I even got one. You know, friend was telling me like, "Hey, why you ain't get 2 or 3 since you're a collector?" I said, "Bro, who knew what this was gonna be?" Like everybody got one copy, and some people got 2 or 3 because they were like, "Yo, this is an EU kind of book, and this ain't Disney Star Wars. Ain't Disney nowhere on that motherfucker, man."
Yeah. So I'm looking at it. It has a little story. It says this long lost novel, commissioned and approved by Lucasfilm, was set to be released in 1993. What? Disappeared without a trace. Yes, this is something that was supposed to be around in 1993. It disappeared without a trace. And for many years, fans wondered what became of the book and why it was never published. It was chalked up to another tragic Lost World story no one will ever get to read or enjoy, or so we thought. Kenneth C. Flint's complete novel, The Heart of the Jedi, has been unearthed, published here. I need to download this shit. What am I doing, man? Because I know this shit might get taken down. I might just do this shit on air because I got to get this shit now.
Yeah.
So please, I mean, put this in the chat. Get this while you can, ladies and gentlemen, because there's no guarantee this shit is gonna be up, bro. Not no lost book from 2013. The PDF may be an NFT, so please get the PDF while you can. Please download 3 copies. Shit.
Wait, hold on. You say from 1993?
1993. That's what it says here. So this is a true long lost novel.
Dog, that's like 4 or 5 years before before episode 1.
Yeah, it's like 6 years because 99. That's a few years before they did.
99. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was 97, 98. Okay, all right.
97 is when they did the re-releases. 97 and 98 is when they did the re-releases.
All right.
So this is, 93, they probably were already starting to get down, starting to probably do that push towards the re-releases. As you can see, because this cover had to be commissioned as well. And these are like spitting images of Leia, Luke, and Han. And this is, man, I gotta read this damn thing. Give me the link. We tossed the link. Wait down, Jack of all casuals. Download it before it's gone. You're right. Hell, Jack of all casuals. Download it now. Download it now. Matter of fact, I'm about to just do that now. Like I can't wait. I can't fuck around.
Man. I'm
in the PDF.
Yeah, so what it was, I seen Fat Steve do like a 1 or 2 minute video talking about, hey, Disney took the book down. Then I turn and I see Ryan Cannell, RK Outpost, drop a video. He's like a 8-9 minute video talking about how Disney took the book down, and I'm like, oh shit! And then when I seen Coach today talking about how that bitch went for $350 on eBay, I said, boy,
wow.
And the thing is, and then it's like, so you have like maybe 7, I'd say anywhere from 7 to 10 people selling it online right now. And you can only find it on eBay. But if you look it up on the regular internet, like you go to Google and pull it up, you'll find nothing. You'll find nothing. Look it up. Like I say, if you hit Google and you put Star Wars Heart of the Jedi, you won't see shit.
Now listen. So again, download it now. There's no guarantee it's going to be here in 24 hours, man. I just downloaded it off because I didn't want to accidentally bore myself with the folded names. Dox myself with the folded names. But to just kind of prove to Force Point, that's I didn't bore myself right there. Or dox myself right there. It just shows the cancel.
Well, every time I pulled it up, it didn't show.
I guess it did.
Every time I pulled it up, like I went to Google and just put in Star Wars Heart of the Jedi. I see everything Valentine's Day because I put in heart or whatever, and I see all kinds of Star Wars Valentine's Day shit. I seen all kinds of other shit, and I don't see nothing. I see it like being talked about. When you talk about for sale, nothing. But then when you go to eBay, then you see the 7 to 10 people selling it on eBay. like just on regular Google, you know, I didn't see none of that shit. You know, you might have people like talk about the story, but as far as it like for sale, nothing, man. You go to eBay, to the actual eBay app, then you know, you see motherfuckers selling it left and right, man. I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
Hundreds.
That's it. You go to the Amazon's page, not found. And it does have the eBay. Oh, the Star Wars collectible.
Yeah, that's not.
That's crazy, and it's crazy that Disney got rid of it. But
and they scrubbed it.
Yeah, wait downstairs.
That's what it looked like. It looked like that bitch got scrubbed.
It does look like that got scrubbed. Wait downstairs. It says wait until next week when the information comes out that Disney is suing whoever did that for every dime they made. For all we know, this is one of the authors that suing them. You know what I mean? If it's one of those authors, I'm not sure what's the man's name again. Kenneth C. Flint. I'm not sure if he's involved in the whole Disney, whatever it's called, paid, you know, make Disney pay.
Right. Where there's a bunch from different properties that are, you know, authors and different folks are not getting paid for none of the shit that they've done, and they're doing it to all the people that came from the Fox side of things. Yeah.
But they're not paying them, and they're still printing this stuff. That's the thing. If the stuff was out of print, you would have more of an argument, like, "Hey, we're not even selling it. Why would we pay you?" But no, they're still selling it. They're still printing new books from Aliens and Star Wars novelizations and other properties that they're not paying. Yeah, Alan Dean Foster is the main one, but the Predator, same thing.
Exactly.
So it's not just Alan Dean Foster, and there's a few other guys who were having issues getting their money. He was kind of the one that got known the most, and it was kind of a tragedy when he's talking about how little he's making, or you know how he's struggling. You talked about how Ed Brubaker got more for the cameo.
For the cameo of just being in the movie, he made more money from just showing up for a couple of minutes and talking to the Winter Soldier while he was sitting on that deal. He made more money doing that than the whole time. The whole time he wrote every issue, got paid for every page, everything that he put into creating the Winter Soldier. He made more money standing in front of a camera, doing a guest appearance for a few minutes than he did, you know, during his whole run of writing it and creating the stories and the whole shit. That's terrible, man.
It's terrible. It is terrible. And I think that's one of the many reasons we talk about woke and all this other stuff. But I think the way they've treated those creators, as far as giving them their money for the property, is partially why we don't have that effort. Even the guys and gals who can write, they're just trying to get enough names so they can go on Indiegogo or go on Kickstarter. You know what I mean? Do their own thing. They're not really giving their all to these comics because they know they don't make anything off them.
No, I mean that's the thing. Why? You know, why give them your best when you ain't getting shit back in return, man?
Yeah.
And the thing is, when the good heroes that we got, these were artists that were giving these motherfuckers their best.
Yes. Yeah.
And actually, a lot of them had side deals to where they were actually getting some royalties from the shit that they were from. Some of them were getting royalties from what they were creating. But what happened was when the corporations started buying out Marvel and DC and shit like that, they had to cut a lot of this shit out, because what it is you're cutting into the company's money when you have to pay the artists and the writers who create the characters.
Yeah,
but then at the end, the characters get famous. You know they're making movies, and what are the writers and the artists and everybody that created these characters? What are they left with? Nothing.
Exactly. And you can't blame, like, we can blame a lot of the modern comics on a lot of stuff. But if you're a writer, why in the world, if you saw what happened to all the writers, you know, the Ed Brubakers in the world, if you're working for Marvel, man, like I said, you're trying to get on your own, maybe get an Image deal, maybe get a deal with you. You're not going to be writing to make the best comic. You're going to be writing to be good enough to be known so you can really make the money when you go out on your own, because you know you're not making money there. And I mean, you're never going to get anyone's best. So they really cut off their nose to spite their face. I'm sure there's some numbers guy, some bean counter who says, well, if we pay everyone a little less, we'll make this much more money. But then you sell less books because the books aren't as good because they're not getting that effort.
There you go. And that's the thing. It's like, dude, you know, I've made in that Ed Brubaker video. A lot of these artists, dude, a lot of these artists and writers that have drawn some of the best comic books that we've seen, even from like the 70s and the 80s and the 90s, a lot of them don't work for Marvel and DC anymore. And the thing is,
no,
a lot of them are still alive. And they've done some of the best shit that we've ever read. They're still alive, and it's hard for them to get work. You know, and the thing is, it's like, you know, they still want to work. I mean, you know, they're men and women just like us, man. They, you know, they want to, you know, they want to fend for themselves and make an honest living. And the thing is you know, they're hurt because they created a lot of these characters, man, and they're watching their characters in movies and TV shows, and they get nothing for it, man. And they might get a special thanks or whatever. Some of them got a little check here or there, but that's nothing, man.
There's nothing on what they should be getting.
Right.
And on top of that, like, one thing I thought of is look at something like Invincible. That's a creator-owned property. I'm sure a lot of these guys are seeing that. Like, again, I need to get out on my own. Maybe I'll be able to. A lot of them are trying to just option stuff to Netflix or Amazon. You know what I mean? That's the goal. Really are destroying stuff by shitting on the creators.
And you know, and see, now the bad part is you got these new up and coming writers and artists, and the thing is they're so creatively bankrupt, bro. They don't look when they do create something brand new. We get safe space and we get them motherfuckers. You know, what was that Captain safe space? Another, Snowflake. we Snowflake and safe space. We get them when these new guys, these new artists try to create shit. We get those kind of creations. Then so you have to wonder what's going on if that's the kind of material that they. So just think about this. Even if they can't create a Snowflake or a safe space, what do they do? They come up with some shit like the Children of the Atom. Yeah.
Or that Hellfire Gala. You seen that?
Oh, dude, I seen Cyclops and I seen what Wolverine was wearing, and
fucking Professor X and Iceman.
Dude,
they just wild.
I don't even know, man. It's like I don't know. It looks like some old Victorian type shits. It's kind of like watching like some shit from some Victorian era, some shit from a few hundred years ago. You know, they dress. It looks like more of like a masquerade, you know, costume party type shits. You know, from a long time ago. It looks like a one night deal, but it's just the fact that Marvel's actually they're pimping out all their characters so that they can have these new school writers and artists fucking just create all the wackest shit for them. You know, you got them looking so. Dude, have you seen what they've done with the Phoenix?
What did they do with Phoenix?
Look,
I haven't seen that one.
Look, this is going on in the storylines right now.
Oh wait, the Thor shit?
Huh?
The Phoenix is Thor's mom shit?
No. That was from the Thor story with Odin. Okay. No. That's with Thor's a mutant. Yeah, that's bullshit. Okay. So what happens is
dumbass thing. Okay.
Oh, come on, man. Yeah, I know, man. They stretching shit so hard, man. Yeah, again, these new school motherfuckers, man. They don't have no creativity to come out with something better than that. So what it is you have you have my God, I forgot what the fuck I was gonna go with this, man.
Phoenix thing. What happened?
Yeah. So what happens is the Phoenix Force comes, and you know how the Phoenix Force needs a host.
Yeah.
So it comes down, and it comes to where the heroes have to fight each other to win, to see who the winner becomes the host.
That's weird. Like, were they controlled by the Phoenix? Or they just
no, they volunteered. So basically, Captain America fought Black Panther.
Mm-hmm.
Wolverine fought somebody. Shauna from the jungle or whatever the fuck is this character from the 50s, 60s or whatever. She fought like the She-Hulk, the big monster She-Hulk, and so basically it's like basically it's like a champion of heroes. It's like everybody's fighting to see who's going to be the one to receive the Phoenix Force.
Okay.
So what they did was they gave everybody a Phoenix Force costume, bro. You can pull it up right now, man. Wolverine has the Phoenix Force costume. Shauna, dude. Everybody, Captain America has a Phoenix Force costume. Shang-Chi had a Phoenix, dude.
Oh man, I see it. This
dude. Which one is this? Who?
That's Wolverine.
Yeah. Oh like my god.
Yeah, this is the group one with Captain America. Looks like Falcon.
Oh my god. Shang-Chi. Yeah, I see it now. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, Namor, I see.
Oh my god, man. And then so look, this is actually the coolest that this shit looks because I've never seen this picture. When you start looking at the individual like concept arts and the dude, bro, that shit looks fucking. But come on, man, like.
But it's that unoriginality. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude, it's so fucking no. Like look at that Captain America right there with the three like front, back, and side to side.
Yeah.
Look at that.
That design style.
Dog, they have that for all the different characters. Look.
Sheesh.
Oh my.
Yeah, God. I never saw that season. We always talk about. I think that's why sometimes we just get focused on the woke. Like, no, they're just bad. They're not good.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
And I think below it you get that you get to see all the different. Which one is that?
Wolverine.
Oh,
Phoenix Wolverine.
Look how
Phoenix Namor, level 2 Namor. That'll sell.
Oh my!
More Phoenix Wolverine. Who's this? Echo Phoenix.
Oh, that's Echo. That's like it's like she can't hear.
Okay.
She's like she's like I don't know, like Hawkeye, kind of like like she's good with weapons and fighting and different shit, but she's deaf. Exactly, bro. So
yeah, this is a mess.
And then I
She-Hulk, Phoenix Jane Foster. Oh boy. I've shown that style of She-Ma'am. Oh, this is a tweet. Okay. Let's see if we can. Yeah. She-Ma'am Phoenix.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
And that's Jane. That's Valkyrie.
Jane Foster. Yeah, Jane Foster. Phoenix Jane Foster. Phoenix Echo.
Dude. Yeah. And these are comic books that they're coming out now. Like this ain't like a year ago. This is
21. Yeah.
This is now.
Oh boy. I thought like maybe this is something they did. This slipped through the cracks.
Oh no! You know about this. This because this is running through. This is a big storyline going through Marvel because it involves all. Dude, Black Panther. Look, did you look up Black Panther with this? With this
I didn't even check out Black Panther Phoenix.
Man.
Hold on.
He's in there. No, I'm saying I mean, but look at him with that concept art shit. You're gonna laugh like a motherfucker, man.
Oh boy, this is wild. Actually, no, I didn't mean to do that. Right.
Phoenix Force, Black Panther.
Oh, here we go.
Where's that picture at? I'm talking about that picture.
Concept. All right,
there you go.
Is this it? There we go. Phoenix Panther. Holy smokes. I got a bunch of images up. Oh, come on. Don't do that to me. There we go. So, yeah, that looks.
Oh, my God.
This is not competently done, man.
You see what I'm saying, bro? They don't know. Come on, man. Yeah. And that's the best Marvel got because that's supposed to be a big storyline. So guess what? When you have your Christ on Infinite Earths and you have all this shit, you know who you put on those big storylines? You put your best on there.
Yeah.
So for the writing, for the for the art, dog, your biggest and your best crossovers was done by your Jeff Johns and your Ethan Van Skyvers and shit like that. Dog, you put your best on that shit. This is between this Phoenix shit and that that King in Black, which is like
I heard the King in Black shit.
Yeah, well, those are the two biggest things that are happening in Marvel right now. Along with, they just kicked off a new Rebirth. Oh my goodness!
How many things you need? How many fucking events? I watched Thinking Critical, and he talks about this. They have an event every fucking month.
Yeah, man.
And all this is going on, like you said. There's the Hellfire Gala. There's the Children of the Atom. You know what I mean? All this other stuff, and those aren't even the main events. Like you said, King in Black is the big event. And I heard some about the Phoenix thing, but I didn't really know.
Yeah, I mean, and the reason why, like, if you look at everybody that's involved, that it's big. You like all your big time, like, yeah, man. You got you got all your heavy hitters in Marvel in that Phoenix Force shit. So, dude, and that's what you get. I mean, yeah, that one artist drew that badass picture of Captain America on the front or whatever, but it looks weird. Everybody with a similarly but different costume. Like, get the fuck out of here with that, man.
They're very bankrupt. Real quick, to add some fun, because as Gomer Kyle said, he'll tell us the access codes. Just stop torturing him with that art. But Gomer Kyle also, that was the Wake Down that said that. I'm sorry. Wake Down said that. But Gomer Kyle adding fun with both of us. He said, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, D-Generation X proudly presents to you your tag team champions of the world. The Vigilant Vigilante Williamson, the badass 24/7 Fusion Media, but not the New Age Outlaws for copyright purposes. But if you ain't down with that, got 2 words for you: suck it. Wait, now says trash. Next, and Gomer Kyle admits he may be enjoying certain substances. He says it's not high enough. Yeah, but not enough for this. Yeah. I guess we're all high, but not enough for this one. And yeah,
man. I mean,
I agree. That's insane.
You know, it's so dude. So between motherfuckers going woke and folks being creatively bankrupt, I'm talking about, come on, man, this is trash now. Between that happening, bro, it ain't good, man, because that's the best they got, man. And dude, there's better. But they don't work for Marvel and they don't work for DC no more, man. A lot of these motherfuckers don't even got jobs.
No, they don't. Yeah, they don't.
I'm just saying. I mean, if they do, they doing indie shit, and people, and a lot of us don't even know what it is. To be real, man. I mean, we know what we know from Comics Gate and everything else, but a lot of folks outside of that, if you know, it's like out of sight, out of mind. I mean, dude, there's so many of them. We can't. It's hard to keep up with decades of artists, dog. So many, man. You don't know what the fuck everybody. You don't know. You know, it's like it's hard to keep up with what everybody's doing. But it's just a damn shame that some of the best that were the best in the 80s and 90s and even the 70s, bro. They're not.
Yeah.
And dude, if they do work, they're doing a cover here and a cover there. They don't do.
I was about to say that.
Yeah, they don't do like Neil Adams. He'll do a cover.
Yeah.
But he's not doing a full fucking comic book like he used to. Shit like that, man.
Yeah. So
you know, shit. Yeah, go ahead, bro. My bad.
No, because I wanted to get your thoughts because we hadn't talked about it, about the token Superman, because it came out that they're going to just go ahead and use Clark Kent. And Gomer, I do have the pictures. Actually, no, I can show them real quick. It's as long as it's okay to show them, I'll show the pictures of Brutus. I actually got them queued up. But what are your thoughts about them officially saying yes, that we're not going to use Val Zod or Calvin Ellis? We're going to use Kal-El, Clark Kent.
Right.
And also, I'm gonna add that Michael B. Jordan basically said no. So I don't think people really want to see it or really want to do it. I don't think anyone really wants to do it.
Well, the thing is, they'll hire somebody and somebody will take the job. The thing is, a knowingly comic book head or somebody that, you know, Michael B. Jordan, yeah, he might not even be a Superman fan, but just the fact that he fucks with, he's been in Black Panther.
Yeah,
dude, he's around some of that shit. And the thing is, bro, he's young enough to where people would tell him, hey, man, you do this shit, you got to, because if not, the fucking, the fans, man, that's the thing, man. You can't, whatever the fuck you do, you got to portray your shit to the utmost, because if not, these fans will fucking eat you up. And the thing is, nobody didn't have not one problem with Killmonger.
No. And I've
I'm
always
just
said,
saying, if anything, people talked about the CGI, maybe the fight scenes a little bit, but as far as like him and his performance, so he understands, and people respected the way he portrayed it, the way it's like, Killmonger, there's not a lot of material on him, but whatever there is, I heard he sat there, read the comics, read the script, and, talked to a few, motherfuckers and tried to get that shit straight, came up with his own interpretation, and boom, it's what we got.
Yeah. And what I was going to say is, man, he was way more successful as Killmonger than he was as Johnny Storm. Because remember, he did that Fantastic Four reboot.
Yeah, I got a copy of that shit. Yeah, I only watched it once, man.
That's one more
just for the comic book. The comic book head of me just has to have, even if it's bad. I gotta just, it was $1. It was $1 at the pawn shop. Shit, it didn't hurt me to spend that to get it. But
yeah.
But you're right, man. As Killmonger, Doc, you could watch that 2 or 3 times before you go through the Fantastic Four once, just hey, let me just watch it, see what the fuck people don't like about it. I can watch something once so I can understand what the premise on. If anybody talks bad about it, I understand why. Other than that, Killmonger, I can watch. I could watch it a few times, and it won't bother me, get up under my skin. About anything. Yeah, man.
And I even heard the comic, because they did a comic origin on Killmonger, apparently, and that was supposed to be good. But yeah, as far as the woke Superman, and Newbound Turk says the Tom Clancy movie, I think Without Remorse. I heard mixed things. Like I didn't hear a glowing review from anybody. But I mean, people said,
yeah, I keep hearing that, maybe the story's trash. I heard the action was decent, so I don't know, man.
That's what I hear too. The action's decent, story's trash. I mean,
right.
But I might enjoy it. I think there's a lot because it's not Without Remorse. So if you're a fan of that property, then you're pretty upset. But like,
right.
Yeah.
But
so
if it's like a one-shot movie and people just want to watch it because you already know what the alternative is.
Yeah.
Then some people will just sacrifice the storyline a little bit just to watch something that hopefully is not woke as fuck, man.
Yeah, a lot of people are.
What's bad is we will compromise something that's bad just for the sake of it not being woke. Ain't that some fucked up shit?
That is fucked up.
That's fucked up, man. It's like, it's horrible, but at least it's woke. Dog, that lets you know where our fucking standards are with this shit, man. It's so fucked, man. It's so fucked that we have to go there with it. Dude. Yeah, man. We accept bad and mediocre shit just as long as it ain't preachy. Dog, that's only up to like a couple years ago. Before then, dog, we wouldn't even accept that.
No. And I kind of like, I hate that because I don't want to accept that. I don't want to accept garbage just because it's not woke. I don't want Lisa's not woke to just be an excuse to be shitty in a different way. You know what I mean?
But you know what? But a lot of people will accept something that's shitty as long as they're not just because of what's been happening and knowing that all our favorite shit's been destroyed. People will settle on some bullshit just as long as motherfuckers ain't preaching at us. Come, you see, I don't know, man.
I get it though. I get it. I mean, I talked about Mortal Kombat. Did you see Mortal Kombat? What'd you think of that? No. I thought it wasn't good, but I was like,
you know what? It reminds me of Resident Evil. You throw in, you throw in like me and Tom talked about this. The time I met Tom, I told him, I was like, hey man, this Resident Evil thing reminds me.
Yeah.
Of it reminds me of us looking at what was her name, Alice.
Yeah.
So it's like basically you make up somebody. You're in a franchise with characters already. Dude, you already have a lead. Liu Kang without it. This motherfucker was more important than Liu Kang. Why?
It didn't make no sense.
The same way Alice was more important than all the other motherfuckers, and all the other motherfuckers is who we watch. See, it goes back to, dog, when we've been shown something from the beginning, what it was, and all of a sudden, a movie adaptation changes to where even our hero is not even the hero of his own story or her own story. Just because the director and the motherfucker writing the script wants to have their own ideas and want to create a character and then surround that character with all the motherfuckers that actually made the franchise famous, What the fuck is this? This is Resident Evil. I told Tom that. I said, Tom, this is Resident Evil.
That's a great comparison. That's a great comparison.
For real, man.
Wade downstairs apparently they're gonna do the same thing with Splinter Cell. He says, "No, I have high hopes for that." A lot of the same people attached to it were attached to John Wick, but Splinter Cell is not John Wick. It's the opposite, man. It's all stealth.
Yeah.
So I don't want Splinter Cell to be John Wick. It needs to be not more Gary. It needs to be kind of just Mission Tom Clancy, but almost Tom Clancy or Mission Impossible. Yeah, those are the things it needs to draw from to me. The early Mission Impossible, not the crazy, jumping off train or whatever the hell one, but the first one type Mission Impossible back in the 90s.
No, I mean, the first Tom Cruise, he was stealthy as fuck.
Yeah, that first Tom Cruise Mission Impossible was real sneaky and espionage. You didn't know who to trust. And that style of Mission Impossible mixed with the classic Tom Clancy from that same era. That's what you would want to do for Splinter Cell. You wouldn't want it to be a bang bang shoot 'em up like John Wick. Well, I hope it's good though. I hope it's good. New with John Wick is being as good as Ta-Nehisi Coates was writing it. I'm gonna go ahead and on the limb and say no, it would not have been. I'm gonna just maybe I'm an istaphobe. I don't know, but I don't think he could have wrote John Wick. I see nothing in his catalog to tell me he can write a competent story that people are going to like. And again, with him, he's going to be, apparently they're talking about doing a period piece. And like I said earlier, if you're going to change this much about fucking Superman, just do your own fucking character, because Homelander is your own character. Piece. That's Superman.
So, okay. So, I heard, I don't know what to really think, but the period piece, would that be?
He's going to be in the 60s.
Clark Kent being, right, or black Clark Kent
and during Jim Crow. That's what I guess. They didn't say that, but that's my guess.
Or let's say he pops up around the time of Martin Luther King.
Yeah, or that.
Or he pops up during, when Superman really popped up. What was that, 30?
30? Yeah. 30, yeah. So 39, 38.
Right. So just imagine maybe a poor black family out somewhere finds a black baby in a rocket, raises them in the ghetto, in the hood, or whatever the fuck, maybe not, or was considered the ghetto back then.
Yeah, or maybe in the South, maybe raised in the South,
right?
The South.
There you go.
Yep.
Or shit. Or let's say you want to take it, you could take it further back than that. Let him be Superman during the days of slavery. Then what?
Yeah. Then what? Just might as well.
Would he do then? He'd be the strongest slave out there, or will he? Something that happened to his pappy or some shit, and he'll fuck around and eyes turn red, and he's like Brightburn, just whoa, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like what do you do with that? All right, then what? Does he change the course of history? Does he free all the slaves? I mean, you could play with that shit and take it in different directions if it's a timepiece. Because what do you do with somebody that's strong? Maybe nowadays people are smart enough to deal with Superman or something, something like that. But back then, you didn't even have the fucking technology. You didn't have shit. What do you do with that?
Telephones,
dude.
You couldn't even warn nobody.
What you do? Telegraph a motherfucker? Like, come on. SOS, like dee.
Yeah.
He's kicking our ass. Dee. Like, come on, man. Fuck out of here. Like, you can't do nothing with that shit, man. So what do you do with somebody with the strength of Superman in a time where motherfuckers couldn't really do shit? Then what? It's like, is that what you're trying to show us? And then show us the uprising of black people through? I mean, dude, I might be giving them the story. What the fuck?
I was just about to say that. This is probably the fucking story, man. But my point is this. If you're going to change all this shit, change the fucking name too. Why the fuck can the boys said, let's do the Justice League if they were evil. And they changed all the names. They didn't try to, let's write for DC and change the character. No, they said, okay, we're going to take this premise and then we're going to make our own characters that's based on other characters. So they could have said, you know what? Instead of Woker Man, let's come up with our own character. We're going to have Ta-Nehisi Coates write it. He's going to basically do Brightburn, but a black character, a totally original character. What would have been wrong with that?
Right. Well, let me ask you this: how'd you feel like when you saw Black Annie?
I didn't see it.
I mean, but just to see
when you just see that happen,
yeah.
Part of it, you know what? I wasn't even hip to it because, like, I don't know. You remember the Wiz back in the days from
Yeah,
like
I remember the
70s?
Wiz. Yeah. I got that shit sitting upstairs. Yeah.
The Wiz is out cold, and that's basically the same thing. But it's like
Yeah,
they
it is.
put in that effort. One thing is because they had original songs and they had Michael Jackson and Diana Rice in their fucking prime.
Right.
So that adds so much to it. But like it proved that you can, if you wanted to take something and you wanted to race swap it, but because you had an original story or original angle to tell, it can be done well. But that has to be your intention. Like, I want to do a good story using this premise. What they're trying to do, they're going so far, you might as well just come up with a new character altogether.
Right.
You might as well come up with the new character altogether. Yeah. New Bomb mentions Abe Lincoln, Vampire Hunter. That is kind of what they're probably trying to do. So yeah.
You ever seen Abraham Lincoln versus the Zombies?
I've seen it, but I never like read it. But I have seen it exists. And those like Abe Lincoln superhero type things.
No. Actually, it was just no. He's just Abe Lincoln, and the zombie apocalypse happens, and he just fucking. He's not like no superhero. He's the president. He's dealing with that shit. Like, you know, he has his board, you know, folks that were around him, and you know, hey son, pick up a gun. You know, this is war, and he's like, Doc, it's actually what I heard. It was an actual Abraham Lincoln actor that goes out and he reenacts Abraham Lincoln's shit every year.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of them dudes.
Okay,
like, this is like a real Abraham Lincoln actor. Like he sits there and dresses up like him. Yeah, and he does this shit like in real life. And then they asked him like, "Yo, would you do this?" He was like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
So he does the history. It was a dude that actually does like the Abraham Lincoln history shits.
That's cool.
It's different, man. That, you know, you have a dude that actually is with the historical part of it, and then they like, yo, you want to do the zombie movie? And he was like, fuck it, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, Duval Turk says kind of like Pride, Prejudice, and Zombies. I think that's a thing too.
Actually, I picked that up for $1 like 2 weeks ago at the point, and I have that in my little stack to watch in the next few days. So I've never got around to seeing that one, man.
It all comes together. It all comes together. He says, Jesus Christ, Vampire Hunter. Never heard of that one. That's wild.
Wow, I don't. And I fuck with a lot of movies. I ain't never heard of that one
either. Me neither, man. Gomer Kyle said, and we'll get to this picture since you already have it there. I'll actually show it. But he says, I love Mortal Kombat and lore. I know it. There's hundreds of characters. Hell, they could have had Sonya as the gateway character without Cole. Yeah, they could have did a lot better. That was a poorly written movie.
That was his name, Cole, right? What the
Cole? Cole. I forgot. Is it Cole Young or Cole Young or somebody else? But Cole,
I'm talking about the Asian. That was his name.
It was Cole. Yep. He was so terribly acted. He literally had plot armor. I did not like him at all.
Yeah, I didn't like that bullshit, man. He reminded me of Steppenwolf, man.
Yeah, the design.
Yeah, and the way that motherfucker flexed.
Oh man, it looked terrible.
I mean, it was cool on Steppenwolf, but to see this motherfucker almost got like the same shit, it's like, come on, man.
Yeah, the CG was hit and miss. There's times where it was cool in the movie, not necessarily that. Other times it was terrible. So yeah, it's Dominic Cooper as Tony Stark wasn't Abraham Lincoln. Okay. So, real quick, I wanted to show Gomer's pictures because he's been bugging me. This is old Brutus with the Hulkamania shirt and the winged eagle belt. This is actually the design I want to get with the white strap. And there's a couple other pictures. Shout out to the girl.
Brutus.
That's Brutus.
You ain't talking about the Barber Beefcake, right?
Yeah, because this is pictures where you're a lot more recognizable. This is Brutus.
Yeah, that's why I recognize him.
Yeah. Is this the same? No, this is a different guy. Who is this?
I'm about to say, that's not
the same guy. Who's I was confused for a second. I thought Brutus just these different. I'm sorry, Gomer. Who's my man here? I see Brutus, the Barber Beefcake. And shout out to this girl who's further back in the picture. It looks like you guys just took it twice. And not to dox my man Gomer. Oh, that guy is the Hogan guy. I don't know who the Hogan guy is. I'm not sure who he is. And Mirrorsphere says, hell, all you sexy bitches. Hell, Mirrorsphere. You sexy beast.
That's what's up.
So the Hogan guy. Shout out to the Hogan guy. Yeah, I got confused. I was like, yeah, because I was like, wait, that's not the same guy. And shout out to this girl who's just looking. She's looking. But yeah, you bugging me. Show the pictures. Want to show the pictures. I appreciate your support, Goma Kyle, and I appreciate you showing me that. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's some real shit.
Cool. But man, yeah, this what we got with our modern media is a mess. And I really think the end game is going to be hard. We're going to have to create our own stuff. And we're going to have to push our own stuff. And when, just like Kai MFS has his book, and I hope that's been really successful. We got to push that stuff because, maybe one day that'll get adapted. Maybe we'll be the one, when I say we, I mean the fandom at large. Maybe there's people in the fandom who will adapt that into a web series or something. Who knows? But that's the only way we're going to get good stuff. I mean, that's not that we're going to have accidentally good stuff. We're going to have a lot of, at least it's not woke stuff, but like to get quality future, to get stuff that makes people feel like we felt when we saw Star Wars or when we saw Batman or when we saw whatever it is, or when we read that comic, to get that quality stuff, it's not going to be produced from these major corporations because it's not set up to be produced from these major corporations. So,
yeah, actually, man, when a lot of the good shit was made, dude, that shit came from a lot of people's hearts, man. And then of course, like DC and Marvel, they bought out other comic book companies and added heroes onto their shits. I mean, yeah, of course, but at the same time, it was still, these companies were still relatively small. Like DC, even after they, changed their name, of course, they're like, a few comic book companies put into one, and then all of a sudden they're hey, look, we're going to be DC Comics,
straight razor or anything. I definitely wouldn't straight razor.
Oh, sorry about that.
Oh, no, you good. No, all I was saying was it's like, then, this is what, this is what people's lives. I mean, they didn't, they had their characters and everything that they had and they drew, that they felt that they created. They gave it to these companies, man, all of them. Like, a lot of them never, didn't have, like, they created other heroes for other shits later on. But while they were sitting there and a lot of these creators were in their primes, like Jack Kirby, everything he, the only time he didn't create for Marvel and DC, he does have some shit that's in different comic book companies, but that was after the fact. He did do some comic books outside of Marvel and DC that you can find, and you can find them for cheap. Like, they're not like some overly expensive comic books, but they're not anything that's it's not famous. It's not Fantastic Four, it's not New Gods, it's not the Eternals. You know what I'm saying? It ain't some of the more known characters that he's known for. So, and just because it's not Marvel or DC, a lot of people didn't,
man,
that's a lot of people didn't search his shit out. Yeah, man, this Jack Kirby shit out there, man. That's not Marvel or DC, man.
Wow. Yeah, that's some stuff to pick up because in the future we just talked about the damn Star Wars book, but that's something that might be sought after in the future, that sort of thing. Yeah, you guys talking about the independent. Mirrorsphere says independent is looking better and better. Cyberfrog made over $1 million. Cyberfrog made a lot more money than a lot of comics. A lot of DC, I would say, venture to say most DC and Marvel comics nowadays don't get to $1 million. And what else we got? Talking about how, at least it's not woke. The Wait Now says that's what a lot of these stellar reviews are for movies like Mortal Kombat, Godzilla vs. Kong, even Nobody, which he says he enjoyed. They're not great movies. They're just actively not preaching at us. Yeah, because we need escapism. We definitely need escapism.
Yeah.
And Goma Kyle brings up, I'm sorry about Hogan. I know he said racist things. Hope you guys can forgive me. No, we'll never forgive you. No, I'm joking. Love you, Gomer. Love you. I hope you can forgive me for not being a diehard Orange Man guy. But you know what the funny thing about that? So, like, when it first happened, I sort of forgave him immediately just because of the context. He was recorded, didn't know what was happening. And at the time, the context of what he said, he was saying something about he was going through a divorce and his daughter was ignoring him to be with her boyfriend. And I'm like, man, he's in a tough situation. We're all human. A lot of us might say effed up things in the middle of that specific situation. You're just gonna be mad at your daughter's boyfriend no matter what. You're just gonna say something crazy, especially with people you don't think is, recording you and all this other shit. So I wasn't really mad at him until he actually apologized and it was all fake. I was like, fuck this dude. But I mean, Hogan was still obviously one of the best wrestlers of all time, and he's one of the guys that got a lot of people in the wrestling. I don't hold no grudge against the man. I'm not going to invite Hogan to the cookout, but I don't hold no grudge against the man.
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah. So Gary from the Erotic said, one of us will be in next Star Wars. All we can do is put 100% of our heart and soul into something we love and show respect to the fans and stay humble. Yeah. I think one of us, maybe it's Kai. I got a feeling with that book. I'm hoping he's the next. I hope a lot of us can do something. Maybe it's the Wake Down. He's a creative guy. And yeah, maybe make Star Wars and Marvel ancient history. Never forget. And it kind of is. I don't think Star Wars is going to be as big the next generation coming up as it was this previous one.
No.
Like, how could it be? Yeah. So he dropped more inbounds than DMX did. Rest in peace. I didn't hear the rant. I never actually heard the rant. So I mean, maybe I would be madder at him.
Yeah, I heard that shit a few years ago. With,
I feel like I may have heard like a clip of it. It was Brooke. Yeah. I felt like I heard a clip of it, but like I just remember I didn't hear the whole thing. Just a small.
Yeah, clip. I think I heard that shit on TMZ or something. And of course they had the bleeps and shit. Yeah, that kind of shit.
But I was like, like just in that context, I'm like, I don't want to hear that shit. But I'm like, man, as a human being, not knowing you being recorded and the fucked up like family situation, families say a lot of crazy shit,
right?
Against, you know what I mean, just because they're family. So I was like, I'm not about to. This ain't the end of the world to me personally. I don't mean, like I said, I'm not about to invite Hulk Hogan to the cookout, but I'm just like not about to hate him for that. And Glenzer, yeah, Disney did kill the Golden Goose. Not just Disney, the whole Hollywood did. We talking about DC just as much. They're doing this woke Superman. They all killed it. They killed something we love.
The thing with changing him and deconstructing him the way they've been doing.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, what it is, man, they're stealing the magic away from him and what he is, what he represents. And they're playing with it, and they're breaking them down, and they're breaking them down, and breaking them down. And the thing is, he doesn't. It's like he's not holding up the way he should be, or like he used to be.
Superman. They broke him, like I said before this race thing. We keep deconstructing Superman either directly through something like Injustice, or just with the boys, or the all the stuff. And I'm sure, a lot of people like Invincible. I haven't checked it out yet, but just making it like, oh, there's no way there could possibly be somebody like Superman in real life. And that's why we don't have so much, we've lost that idealism in general. We're supposed to be we're supposed to have hopeful heroes that are better than us, so we can quote unquote do better. You know what I mean? You're supposed to, that's what makes Superman great. He has all this power, and all he wants to do is help people, and improve the world. And that's what makes him great, because all we see in real life are powerful people misusing their power. And it's nice to see somebody who's as powerful as Superman doing the right thing. That's the inspiring part, and that's what they don't understand. And they've taken it to the extent where, I don't think if they had Henry Cavill, it would be a smash hit. Maybe it would if they had a good movie. But I don't think they're capable of telling one, even without.
It's like what it is. Also, is they're having too much fun showing Superman being what he's not.
Yeah, they are.
And I can understand. It's kind of like when you look at the old Star Trek and they had the mirror universe.
Yeah.
When they first did that, the first thing I've ever seen from anything of a mirror universe kind of effect with, I'll give it DC Comics, was when they came out with Earth 3. Earth 3, there's a version of the Justice League. They're called
the Justice Lords.
No, they're called the the Injustice League of America. Okay. Well, sometimes they've had different the Crime Syndicate of America. Is what they're called. The Crime Syndicate is called the Crime Syndicate of America. They've been called a lot of other things too, and it's the thing is
like Owlman, Ultraman.
Yeah, it's Ultraman, Superwoman. Owlman, and then there's the dude like he's like the Flash and the guy Power
Johnny
Ring.
Quick.
Johnny Quick. Yeah, and then there's Power Ring and now that's the first time the Justice League ever faced some a group of people exactly like them, complete opposites. Everybody's villains. Boom. That's as far as it went. And then all of a sudden, let's say with Superman, you had a Bizarro Superman.
Yep.
And then, and all of a sudden, then you got Superboy.
Mm-hmm.
Supergirl.
Shit. He's like an evil Superman type character.
Yeah, and then the thing is with branching out with different super beings, boom, you get the death of Superman. What happens after that? Steel, the Eradicator.
Yep.
Yeah, so then now you got 4 more versions of this motherfucker.
Superman or whatever his name was.
Yeah, all that shit. Yeah, you have the Eradicator. You have Cyborg Superman.
Yeah, Cyborg Superman. Real quick, I want to just say goodbye to my man Snortopoopas Q Bear.
Snortopoopas,
he has that kind of fantastic bear character, but he's such a glue guy to the community. He's in everybody's chat, and I love Snortopoopas.
He's a good dude.
And Mearsphere, real quick for the John Stewart Green Lantern. Actually, just getting my mask back on so I can get on camera. Show my I was ready for this John. My non-Migos John Stewart Green Lantern. I'm still, my mask. But yeah, this is fucks with John Stewart. He was kind of my Green Lantern going up as far as the cartoons go.
Right.
Justice League Unlimited. And he had like such a cool character because he was one of the few characters to get girls, you know what I mean? Because he was dating Hawk Girl and Vixen and all that other stuff. So I was like, it made him kind of cool. But yeah, I would love for them to do something with him, which they supposedly are with the Green Lantern TV show or movie, whatever the hell they're doing.
Man,
it's probably gonna be
good luck with that shit, bro. Good luck, man. I heard that thing's gonna be so woke, it's gonna be crazy,
Yeah,
I guess we'll see, man. There's supposed to be different stories about all the different Green Lanterns. I heard they're supposed to be like different one-off stories with each of them, showcasing different deals, whatever's going on with them. I don't know if they're all gonna unite at the end or whatever I don't know I just heard there's gonna be different stories about each of them. So might have like one director does one story with one Green Lantern, another director does another story with another Green Lantern, and so on. You got so many of them motherfuckers, man, Green Lanterns. So I mean, it won't be short of no stories. I can tell you that.
That would be, something like that. It's sad that we're in this era where we just automatically know it's going to be bad, because that would be an interesting thing to have one director do one green, like an anthology type thing,
right?
Showing each Green Lantern in their own perspective. That would be a cool thing to do. It's just that they don't have the talent to make it work. It's like, yeah, that sounds cool, but they can't do it. We know they can't.
The funny part about it, the people that are doing this Green Lantern TV series are the same people that did everybody involved. Is all the people, all of them from the Green Lantern movie with Ryan Reynolds. All of them.
Really?
All of them, yeah, dude. If you look up director, producer, all that shit, and you look up this new Green Lantern series, you're gonna say, fuck me. You're gonna be like, what? Same motherfuckers, man. Same people. The same team. They brought back everybody to go ahead and do the TV series.
All right, I'm about to put that up, and that'll probably be the last thing because we're getting past 2-hour mark, and I'm getting a little tired. So that might be the last thing we cover. Is it Green Lantern Corps? Is that the name of the show?
I think so, yeah. And then look up the Ryan Reynolds and the creatives in there, and you'll be like, what?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Yeah. Maybe this isn't it. I'm just trying to see if I can get the big thing.
Yeah, I think it's for HBO Max, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. So we'll look that. Hold on a second. Sorry, I don't want to boomer things, ladies and gents.
No,
ladies and gents. So let's see, because I want to make sure this Green Lantern Corps is indeed the series.
I think it is a series. I think that's Yeah, because it's all of them. It's all the Green.
May 10, 2021. I'm just trying to make sure. Real quick.
If I'm not, is it Greg Berlanti?
Let me just see. $2021. No, I see Untitled. Maybe that's what it is. Untitled Green. Yeah, okay, this is the one with the popularity, filmmaker, writer, and producer. Can y'all please?
Yeah, because they just casted Guy Gardner for it.
Yeah, I do remember that. Oh God, I don't need. Jesus Christ, I'm getting a lot of crap for IMDb. You know what? Let me look that up. Oh, Deidre, that's from the damn. So it's HBO Max's thing.
Right.
Oh man, sorry. Like trying to find the damn IMDb for stuff because they'll have like multiple things.
You can always hit the wiki, man, for that.
Okay.
Green Lantern Corps TV series for HBO Max wiki or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So the wiki, oh, Jesus Christ. All this shit up there. Please give me. The wiki doesn't show the cast. I can't. If you can find it, let me know, man. I'm gonna still look for this, but I can't see it. Let's see what the chat's saying.
Yeah, let's see what the chat.
It says once read the story that Hogan got indoctrinated by Hollywood and made him until he got to Hollywood. He wasn't not making excuses for his story. I don't know. Hogan's at work though. Hogan says a lot of crazy stuff. He's just crazy. He's a crazy old wrestler. I get what's his name from Blade or another. You talking about are you talking about the new Blade, the Mashara Ali, which would be good if it wasn't PG-13, or Wesley Snipes? Have a military vet fighting for justice. I don't think they'll do that. As many black military vets as they are, that they still wouldn't do that story.
It's not PG-13. I'm not sure how that would work, man. With it being Blade,
I don't think it can work. I just don't see how it can work.
Right. It's like having a PG-13 Punisher. Like, how the fuck are we gonna do that?
Yeah, but you know what? I found a little bit. I can't find IMDb, but what I can find is I share screen. We'll just go there. So this is something about the Green Lantern TV series. And it said, oh, come on, Variety, go fuck yourself. It says, get green light, Seth Graham-Smith, Mark Guggenheim to write. And then if you go to the IMDb, you got Mark Guggenheim. He's back. He wrote the fucking movie. Yeah, and he's back to write this. So it's the same writer.
Yeah, and it, like
Greg
I said,
Berlanti was involved with this. Yeah.
He told you it's the same people, man. It's the same, everybody. It's the same people, man. It's like 3 or 4 of them motherfuckers. All the head people that ran that shit. Look.
Same head. Is Martin Campbell directing? This doesn't show because it's just an article, but it says some of those names.
Yeah, it's
I don't know if he was involved. But this is crazy. That's crazy. Why would you, if you have this is the stuff that shows that it's deeper than, oh, we just want a virtue signal, we just want to be woke.
Right.
It's we don't have the skill to do something and we are incompetent. Because why would you take, and I'm trying to look for names, that's why I'm don't mean to zoom through. I'm sorry if it's making you nauseous or anyone out in the chat. But we see at least the writer and the producer are returning from this massive bomb. Why would you have the same motherfucker write this TV show? Why on God's green earth would you do that?
Yeah, I heard it was it's Greg Berlanti. It's everybody like I said, they kept the same people, man, from that failed ass project. And so you know what, you failed at Green Lantern the movie. Well, here you go, Green Lantern the fucking HBO Max TV show.
Yeah. Like real quick, my man Ogre Squash, who subsidizes this channel. Hell, Ogre Squasher, he's getting out of here. We're gonna get out of here in the next few minutes.
Yeah.
And hell, Mondo Merc. Please check. So maybe he's the one mystery guy who watches me on Twitch. Thank you, Mando Merc. I appreciate you being here.
Yeah,
The creator of
Mando
this
Merc.
logo, of this very logo you see. We have shirts with this logo. So please do
Mando
this.
Merc. Yeah, he awesome,
Mando
man.
Merc's the man. He's the man.
Yeah, he's a good dude, man. And he knows his comic books and shit, dog. He's fucking
Yes, he
that dude's
does.
smart as shit.
Yeah, he does. Man, that's I didn't know that, and that's crazy. And I'm sure I can find more links.
Oh yeah, you definitely can, man. You take
John's think it's credited on both.
you take a couple minutes and look at both of them. You get to start. Okay, this guy and this guy. Okay, this guy and this guy. All right. I don't get that, man. They kept the whole team out. What the fuck?
Yeah. And then casting the shadow. So we got double Mando Merc, and we have a newcomer, Red Lantern Frank. So you're a Green Lantern fan, Red Lantern Frank, I would imagine. Unless you just picked that name just to be funny. So I doubt it. So what do you think about the same writer? I can go back. That much I can guarantee. My man Mark Guggenheim, he's one of the writers of the 2011 Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern, and he's getting another shot to write for the Green Lantern series. What do you think? And Greg Berlanti's involved with both.
Dude, I'm talking about he's sitting there. Yeah, that's what I'm talking, dude. And then you got CW Greg Berlanti over there.
God,
so he's bringing.
How much is Greg Berlanti ruined? He ruined a good potential franchise in the CW.
I tell you what, man. Out of everything Greg Berlanti has done, if you look at his history, he has maybe 2 or 3 things that you can notably respect. I can't remember what it was. When I looked through it, this was like some months ago. I was like, damn, he was involved with this, and that. I was like, damn, these are awesome shows. And then you look at the list of all the other shit he's done, but all this other shit is trash. And you just get looking at all the other shit, like failed. It's like, the fuck, man. So yeah, man. I mean, for all the shit that he's done, he has, like I say, maybe 3, maybe about less than that. He's been doing this shit for so long, dude. He got so many shows on his belt. And I mean, dude, he probably has a handful, and then you look at everything else, it ain't even worth the fuck, man.
Wow. So. And my man Red Lantern Frank says, hate it, which I imagine he would, and just need new blood, just not woke. Yeah, I mean, that's what you would think, man. Like, you would think when you have that's one of the biggest bombs in not just comic book movie history, but in the past 20 years. It's one of the biggest bombs in the past 20 years. There's no way you would use the same writer. That's insane to me. That just shows it's deeper than being woke. They just have they're not good, and they don't want to be good, and they're not trying to be good, and they'll never try to be. I'm actually, excuse me. Let's check at Greg Berlanti's illustrious career real quick. I mean, first couple seasons of Flash and Arrow, I liked. I'm not gonna lie.
Right.
And even the first little bit of Legends Tomorrow. But you look at all this other stuff. Wait, Little Shop of... Oh, no, it's new. No, not the original Little Shop of Horrors. What the fuck am I thinking of? There's a remake. Duh. He's involved in Powerpuff. That's going to be great.
Oh, that's right. He is doing that for the CW. Yeah, the new Powerpuff. With Chloe Bennett. Yeah.
That's good. That'll be fun. Legends of Tomorrow, which, like I said, the first season. Doom Patrol, I heard a lot of people do like.
Yeah, and I heard that was pretty decent. I haven't watched it yet, but I will.
So a series called I've never heard of. Kung Fu, which I know is a gender swap.
Yeah,
So it's that. Prodigal Son, Supergirl again, Flash. Black Lightning I actually heard decent stuff about, but I've never watched it.
Right.
Superman and Lois, his name's on that, which I'm shocked.
Yeah, that's one of the, like I say, it's like his, one of his more respectable work, pieces right there, man.
Yeah. Yeah, we just saw that the Kung Fu New Bomb Turk right up here. Right here. Oh Lord. I'm boomering it because I'm getting to that point. 2.5 hours almost. Yeah. Oh, Unpregnant. I covered that. Because I juxtaposed how they were doing that whole smortion. I don't know if I can even say it. They had one movie where they made it like, oh, it's the greatest thing. And then the other movie's dangerous because they slightly critical. It's like, y'all that's fucked up. Right. That's a whole nother argument. Stargirl, I heard good things about.
Oh, yeah, Stargirl's awesome, yeah.
Yeah. Arrow, of course. God friended me. The hell. Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, which I haven't heard good things about. Constantine, City of Demons. Friend Raised by Wolves. Okay, I heard mixed things about that. I did like Vixen. I did like that little anime series they did like 5-6 years ago. Tomorrow People. Arrow Year One. I didn't know they did that. Okay, so just a bunch of crap.
Yeah.
Bunch of stuff. Dawson's Creek. Is that where he started? That's not a shock.
Yeah, he started dude.
Dawson's Creek. I don't want to wait.
And if you think about it, man, it's that same soppy teenage type shit that you see on all these shows, but like a little bit more adult because of course he's fucking older now. So
yeah,
come on, man, it's just whack as fuck, man.
Yeah, seeing that he came from Dawson's Creek, that made everything click together. Like, oh, that makes sense now.
Yeah,
that
for real,
makes
man.
So much sense. Oh man, Red Lantern Frank said he liked Swamp Thing. Was there a Swamp Thing show they did?
Yeah, they did.
Maybe I passed it.
But no, it came out about 2 years ago. It only went for like one season. And they stopped it. And what they did was, it was on that DC comic book app.
DC Universe, yeah. With Titans
on
and
there.
Stuff like that.
Right. So it was Swamp Thing, Titans, and shit like that.
Yeah.
And what happened was, after it was done, they didn't renew it. They had threw it on the CW just for people to watch it.
Yeah.
And the reason why they did that was, when they did that, they had just signed J.J. Abrams. And here he comes with Justice League Dark. That's why they didn't do season 2 of Swamp Thing, because I keep hearing they're gonna put Swamp Thing in Justice League Dark with Constantine and Zatanna. And
I've always wondered, like, okay, DC does that, right? The reason we never got Batman for the longest time in the CW verse was because either the tail end of the Dark Knight, because remember, it started in 2012. This Dark Knight Rises came out that year, and then into the DC AU or EU, whatever you want to call it, with the Snyderverse. So they didn't want to step on those toes. So they I get the idea of holding characters back, but they've done it to they've cut their nose off to spite their face, and then at the same time they'll have 2 Flashes, and they'll have Superman. They'll have a bunch of Superman because they had the Superman from the same Superman from Superman and Lois, the one from Supergirl.
Yeah, that's
same actor.
Yes,
so you have him, but at the same time have Henry Cavill, and so it's like sometimes they'll allow 2 characters to exist in different mediums, and other times they won't. It's just really hodgepodge with that.
I mean, if you think about it, they had their Crisis on Infinite Earths deal where they even brought in Brandon Roof, or whatever you want to call him, from Superman Lives or whatever, and then they also had Clark Kent from Smallville.
Yeah. And then Brandon Routh was already, I mean, maybe they killed this character off, but he was already the Atom, remember?
Yeah, they didn't kill him off. But he's not on the show no more either.
Okay.
Yeah, he left, but he's not dead. So
okay. Well, that's still, I mean, it's that seemed confusing. I had the same actor play 2 different characters within the same universe. I mean, Eddie Murphy did it, but you get my point. It's like, it's just weird.
Don't they do that shit on the Flash all the time?
Well, yeah, they do have that because they have like an alternate universe where like one person is
right. Well, that's the same shit because the Superman came from a different
different universe.
Yeah.
So he walked away as a character, and then he says because the Newbound Church says it's because they wanted a Batwoman. So yeah, hell, I dig Outlaw. We're actually gonna be wrapping up soon, but we appreciate you being here.
What's up, Adega? Yeah, Adega Outlaw is awesome, man.
Yeah, he is. Cool. Man,
it's funny, and I also heard that, they never wanted Batman for TV shows anymore because he was making so much money in movies with merchandising that they were like, it's kind of like small potatoes to them when they can fuck around and put out movies and, and really do something with them.
But here's the thing. Batman merchandise is going to sell no matter what.
Right.
Batman, I think, isn't he the highest selling current American comic still?
No, I'm not sure, dude. That's a good question.
Of the big two. I think it's him first, Spider-Man 2, if I remember correctly, and maybe they flip-flop. But those are the two as far as like actual units when there's nothing, no special event or something, even though Batman just had that whatever that why is it Fortnite? That Fortnite event that's supposed to sell well. Which was to me a smart idea. At least they're trying to sell comics. But trying to get kids into comics, that gets a newer generation in the comics, the kids to play Fortnite. But I believe Batman's amongst the top selling. If he's not one, he's in the top 3 as far as if you're any given month, who's actually going to buy a comic, more people is going to buy Batman. But he's already a immensely popular character. I think he would be better as a TV character, as a ongoing TV series. That's why I really do. If there's anything out of the Snyderverse I want, because I am not a Zack Snyder fan. It's that damn Batfleck directed by Ben Affleck with Deathstroke. I think that would be good, even as a miniseries. If we could get 5 to 7 episodes of that, have a few episodes of him dealing with Deathstroke, a few episodes in the Nightmare universe, I'd be happy as a clam.
Actually, I heard that that the script that he wrote was him going through Arkham Asylum, man.
Ooh.
Come on, man. I want to see that shit with him fighting motherfuckers the way he fought motherfuckers in that warehouse.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, because that was the best part of that movie to me.
Oh,
that fucking warehouse scene.
Oh, man.
That scene was so incredible. It's the best Batman fight scene. I know that may seem hyperbole, but as a Batman fan, I don't know that in live action they have done a Batman fight scene as well as they did that one. Even though as much as I don't like Zack Snyder, as much as I didn't really like that movie, that fight scene is the best Batman fight scene I ever saw in my life.
Actually, it reminded me of something that came straight out of one of the Arkham games, man.
Yes.
He was just fucking fluid and I heard what I heard was the choreographers, saw the game and was like, yo, Batman, this is how he really, in comic books, that's how he really would be doing that shit in real life if dog is fluid and landing those punches and fucking dog, he's man. That shit was awesome, man. I want to see that, man. I want to see. I can't just. If that's be the last that we see of Ben Affleck, man, that'd be a damn shame, man.
It'll be a shame. I agree. And then I'm mixed about the Snyderverse, but that was an interesting tidbit at the end to see that Lex Luthor gave up his secret identity. I would love to see how that plays and how he has to deal with that. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. I heard there was if they allowed him to keep going, there was going to be some more shit attached to it, man.
Man.
It's funny because they said if they would have came with a Justice League 3, it would eventually would have ended up with the Justice League versus the New Gods.
Yeah, I remember you saying that. Yeah.
Right. And it's crazy because it's like, think about this. It'll be the Justice League versus the New Gods for Justice League 3. You got The Rock coming in with the Black Adam, introducing the Justice Society of America. Now, in Black Adam #2, he wants to fight the Justice League. So again, he wants to have a Justice Society of America.
You're right.
He wants to have a Justice Society of America and a Justice League of America team up.
Mm-hmm.
And just imagine you have that team up dealing with Darkseid and the New Gods.
Okay, and that would be akin to the comic. You keep talking about how that's the origin,
right? Because the first time it's Justice League issue 183, 184, and 185 is where Darkseid fights the Justice League. He meets them and fights them for the first time ever. And it took for the Justice League, the Justice Society of America, and the New Gods, Orion or Orion or whatever you want to call them, along with Highfather and Sunray and the rest of them. It took them, along with the Justice League and the Justice Society of America, to defeat Darkseid. So just the fact that all that can connect still in some way, because The Rock is a major factor in whether some things go down with the Snyderverse, because the fact is his production team, dog, he has contracts in place. He's more than just an actor at this point when it comes to that whole deal.
He's been like that for a minute, where he's a part of the production and stuff like that.
Well, he has his production team. It's called Seven Buck Productions.
Yeah, and he has it with his ex-wife.
Right, and her brother. And the thing is them three, they're running the production company that does the Shazam movies and are going to do the Shazam franchise movies, because there's going to be 3 of them. And then they're doing the whole Black Adam franchise. There's going to be 3 movies to that.
Yeah.
So you got those movies going. You got the Rock's team, and he's in the movies, or he's behind the scenes. His influence is more than him just being Hollywood's biggest action star.
Yeah, real quick, because I meant to say goodbye to somebody who just left.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Damn it. Mirrorsphere had to get out of here. He said, he had to got to go. Little one started to get fussy. Have a great night. So Mirrorsphere, have a good night.
Yeah, have a good night.
Be a good Mirror's dad to Mini Sphere, so to speak.
There you go.
And because we're pro-capitalist channel, and my man who made this great logo is he has stuff to share. So I'm going to actually toss Mando Merc's eBay store. He has a lot of the cool art. He has in poster form because he does a lot of art. And I'm going to share it in the chat. And this is how we're going to go off. We're going to go off promo on my man. He did the logo and he does good work. So if you like his work, here's the link in the chat. And I'm about to share the screen for his good work on eBay because I like promote stuff. And I'm starting to fade a little bit. A lot of stuff we're talking about.
Oh no, no.
Cool, as far as The Rock, man, I really want that to. Even though I'm not a Snyderverse guy, I think that's going to be better than whatever DC does. And I do want to see what he has, with his Black Adam verse.
Right.
But I don't see how they're going to balance their woke agenda. All the money they gave J.J. Abrams, I'm sure they gave Rock a lot of money. I'm sure he got high 8 to 9 figures.
Right.
At all things, we're talking about production for multiple movies,
right?
Plus starring in multiple movies. That's
right.
not, and one of the biggest stars, one of the only people who can put butts in the seats.
Right.
They didn't do that for cheap. So, like, how can you pay him all the money you're paying him? Pay JJ all the money you're paying them, and just have all these different things go? It's like, how is that supposed to work? I just don't understand it. But this is pretty cool, man. I got the Iron Man posters, the Batmobile. I like this Batman he does. It's awesome. This is kind of a favorite. I'm just gonna make sure I'm not signed in. You guys are just like, hey, regular name. We know who you are. So yeah, man, check out my man Mando Mercs. Because listen, you're not gonna get art this fucking good out of Marvel or DC right now.
Oh no, you're not.
You're not gonna get art, not right now. You're not gonna get art this good out of fucking Marvel. We've shown the Hellfire Gala. Don't make me show you my man Captain Marvel. And I said my man Captain Marvel, even though it's Carol Danvers with the ugly face. I'll bring her back.
Shit.
And he got different dimensions for the art. You're not gonna get art that's good out of by Mando Merc. Because Cats and Shadows is obviously a few different people. A couple different people on it. But yeah,
for anybody that's disgruntled in the chat, don't make Vigilante pull out that Phoenix Force Shang-Chi.
Yeah, or the Phoenix Force. Yeah, man. We just went through terrible art. All we do half of this show, half of the time on YouTube is going through terrible art. Yeah. Terrible ass art.
There you go.
Hell, Eric K. I appreciate you showing up.
Eric K, what's up, man?
But we go through all this terrible art. When we have a good artist like my man Mando Merc, we gotta support him, man. Because we're not gonna get images like this out of either company right now. We know that.
Yeah, he got some good shit, man. Yeah. Actually, when I'm gonna take some time and
check it out. Yeah,
I'm gonna have to do that too. Yeah.
Yeah, I love Mando Merc. So we're always happy to plug stuff. Anybody else has anything they want to plug, man? This is a pro-capitalist channel. We gotta support each other. So yeah, man, just always let me know. And obviously, I love Mando. I love everybody, but I am getting late. It's getting late, and I'm getting tired. I was going to do Comics Division, but I think I'm too tired too now. But before we get out of here, man, anything you want to talk about, 2-4? Because me and you have been chatting for a while. I went the first hour solo, but the past hour plus, me and you've been going. So
man. Actually, I'm thankful to be here, man. Shit, if anybody hasn't checked me out yet, I got a channel called 24/7 Fusion Media.
Yeah,
you can check me
channel.
out. You're welcomed over there. Love to have you, and just be working hard to put out videos and shit. Just I'm getting around to figuring out live streaming. I'm a couple weeks away from touching down on some things, but I'm thankful to be here. Appreciate you, Vigilante. Appreciate the chat, man. Everybody's great, man. Love all y'all. And shit, man. I can't wait to kick with you again, man. It's an honor and a pleasure, bro.
Yeah. So Red Lantern Freight. Let me just toss the link. Hopefully that went. The eBay link went in the chat. I put both. My man. It's 24/7 Fusion Media. Here's his channel. Please check his channel out. I mean, I know Bounding does technically have their own YouTube channel. It's a good channel as well. But I basically consider you almost a video version of Bounding, to where you have every story that I could possibly think of on your channel.
Nah, so, man. Yeah. I mean, it's a lot more to cover. There's a lot of things coming up, man. Summertime's almost here, and that's when a lot of people are going to try to come with their blockbuster hits.
Yeah, a lot of ones from last year that were saved up.
Yeah, it's funny, man. People looking at $8 million, opening weekend, and they're like, "Oh, that's a hit," and I'm like, dude.
Yeah. Well, shit, I don't know, man. I keep talking about how fucking Nerdrotic is killing Major League Baseball. Major League Baseball is getting between 1 and 400,000 people watching this shit, and they got $1 billion contract with multiple networks, multiple billions, and they can barely get. We talk about we keep talking about Batwoman's ratings. You know why that show's still on air? Because the ratings for some of these tent poles have just plummeted to where 400 to 500,000. It looks a lot different now.
Right. It's the new top of the ladder, bro.
Yes, that's basically it. Oh, you got 400,000 people to watch this,
man, but it is.
Yeah, that's how bad TV is falling off, which is crazy. I mean, the Kentucky Derby can still draw like 10, 15 million people watch that. But there's a lot of stuff, a lot of these terrible TV shows, a lot of sports. They just aren't as interesting, and it's not just, us. It's normies. It's normies. Like, I don't feel like watching this shit. So, yeah. And
I agree.
Mando mentioned he Prince ships and sells it all himself. So, yeah, this is a one-man gang. Shout out to wrestling one-man gang. But, yeah, please give my man Mando. Please support my man. Please, we got to support each other.
There you go.
So yep. I am going to get out of here. I appreciate you joining. This is the first episode of VW Casual. It's going to be a little bit more laid back, more guests, and just talking about whatever. So I appreciate you joining, man. If you haven't liked the video, please like and share. Please like and share, because that's how this channel grows. You guys are the ones keeping it monetized. As much as I want to hit 1,000 and all the little monetization stuff, there's no guarantee that I'll ever have it. Nothing in life is guaranteed. With your support, you guys being able to share and like and support my stuff, even if you don't, give a super chat, which a lot of you guys have. Shout out to Gomer Kyle and Ogre Squasher. You guys keep my channel monetized. You keep supporting my channel, and I appreciate it. And yeah, the drinker does 400K by breathing. MLB, a multi-billion-dollar conglomerate, can't guarantee 400K anymore. That's insane. Wow. For nationally televised games. It's not just local shit. This is nationally shit.
Right.
National televised shit. I appreciate you being here, Red Headliner Frank, because I talked too much. It was great being here. I'm glad it was. And Newbound Turk, no, there are way better cosplayers than Batwoman. No, it is not a cosplay. It's not that good. Not even close. Like, there's no, I'll end on that, since we, some toxic male shit. I know without question I can find Batwoman cosplay better than that. So I'm just gonna Google, see what we come up with. Oh, it's on Catwoman. I don't want Catwoman or Batwoman. Unfortunately, it went to some of the hub competitors. So maybe I won't be able to find that as easy as I thought. Because it keeps trying to show me Catwoman instead of Batwoman or some hub stuff. So we're not gonna get our channel. Oh no, maybe I found something. Let's actually look at some cosplay.
All right.
So, this cosplay. Okay, here's a cosplay that is better than this. Is the Ruby or the Kate Kane. And let me share it real quick. This is better than what we got right here. This is a cosplayer. They cannot match this quality with Kate Kane. I don't see black women. They couldn't match this stuff with Kate Kane. These are random This is a random cosplayer from 2016. She even got the shorts. Oh, this is actually the Batgirl count. Okay, some of this is not good, but they're, like I said, they're cosplayers. Better than Batwomen. So on that bombshell, it is indeed time to end. So thank you all for watching it. You're surfing the hub. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna surf the hub. And yeah, never said it was a good cosplay. That's fair. That is fair. Love as. Yeah, it'd be totally mental if not for that break. I couldn't watch Batwoman either because I tried to. I thought, oh yeah, I'll be one of the channels that watches this and hate watching. Nope, got 20 minutes in. So no, I can't do it. Can't do it. So yep. If you like the video, please like the video. If you're so obliged, share and subscribe. Please do so. For 24/7 Fusion Media, for Red Lantern Frank, Eric K, Cash in the Showers. Yes, we have seen Batman Beyond cosplay better than this. New Bomb Turk, Snorter Poop is Q-Bert, our benefactor, Ogre Squasher, Gomer Kyle, everybody else who was in the chat, Adega Outlaw, who came late. That's what she said. I love all of you. So yeah, if I forgot you, blame my head, not my heart. I will see you guys later. I'll be in the chat for Comics Division, but I'm too tired to follow up. So, and I know he's almost done because we started and he's gone quite a bit. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Peace.